Now, I know you would never buy your electronics from Temu or AliExpress, but did you know that Walmart.com has become almost just as bad? I know, it's hard to believe, but in this video, we'll go through the top 10 wildest experiences we've had with Walmart, and by the time you reach the end, I think you'll see them the same way I do. Number 10.
I bought 2 of the cheapest folding phones I could find from Walmart, and in this video, we're gonna unbox them, test them out, tear them down, and see if they're any good. Now here's the really strange thing about this purchase. So both of these phones came from third-party sellers on Walmart's website, so Walmart doesn't make the phones, but I guess they endorse them, and also I bought 3 of these weird phones, but the third seller tried to get me with a shipping scam, which I won't explain here, but let's go ahead and check out these 2 phones. All right guys, phone number 1, and this box is, oh my goodness. I'm even more confused. It's a P21, half the photo is covered by the sticker, and then it shows multiple different designs in the back. Music player, HD camera, big battery. Oh, I'm glad it's got a big battery. Oh my goodness, what? What is this? Also, we have, I guess, a charging cable. Wait, what is, what? Are you serious? We're in 2024 and we're using micro USB, and also, this is not even a US charging brick. All right, let's check out this phone itself because holy crap, what is this? All right, guys, and here is the phone, and it looks absurd. And the first thing I noticed is it says Hope on the back, which, like, why? I don't know. I'm also excited to open this thing up because I'm curious what they did with the folding screen portion. Like, how did they do that on this cheap of a phone? We'll find out, I guess, here in a second. And then flip it to the front, or whatever you call this, the other half of the back. It looks like it's got some camera modules, like maybe that's a camera, that's a flash, maybe 2 more cameras there. They might just be duds. I don't know. And also a few indicators for phone, mail, and battery. But let's open this bad boy up and see what's going on the inside. And wow, that is not what I expected. The first thing my eye is drawn to is this fashion moible, yeah, yep. And then we also have this sticker on the top that's got a big thumbs up with a 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a battery, got original, faster, and more stable. I'm so confused what this phone is. Let's go ahead and peel this screen protector off. And wow, look at those bezels, dude. Oh my goodness, even have a, why is there a Facebook icon up there? Oh, all right, let's just turn it on, I guess. It's got a few little, I don't know, what is that on the side? I don't know, let's turn it on, see what happens. What is this? Yo, first of all, dude, we have 4 SIM card slots here? What? You can, yep, sure enough, 4 slots up there. We've got our menu, our contacts. Let me just start with the menu here and see what it pulls up. Wow, this is like, this is bad. We got contacts, messages, call, logs, settings, file manager, audio player, multimedia, camera. Where is the camera, by the way? There's no camera on the front. Is it just the one on the back? Wait, the indicator's flashing for charging. That's actually kind of cool, I guess I'd say. We also got FM radio, tools, user profiles, and services. You know, I feel like I gotta start with the camera because, like, the camera just looks so absurd. So let's give it a go. It sounds like a flip phone from 2002. Oh, and also I just noticed the backlight on the keypad is horrible. Like, there's a little bit of illumination behind these 3 buttons here, but the rest just, like, are ignored. Well, let's try to take a selfie here. Yo, what's up, bro? Not enough memory. You gotta be kidding me. It's got enough memory for 1 photo. Is there an SD card slot? What? Yo, what? Okay, so I'm trying to find the SD card slot, and I just realized that this little switch on the side here is a flashlight. I mean, honestly, that's like actually kind of cool, but why? All right, popping the back off, and we have 4 SIM card slots there. Looks like, okay, inside of there is the SD card slot. So I need an SD card. Let me plug one in. Actually, you know what'll be great for this is a 120 gigabyte SD card from Temu that we got like a week ago that sucks. We'll see if it works in this phone. All right, got the SD card in. I turned it off so I can turn it back on and hopefully it'll recognize it. Going to File Manager, it doesn't show the SD card. All right, I have a 32 gig here that is like a real SD card that I bought that hopefully it works. If that doesn't work, then I don't know what to say. Yes, there it is. All right, so the restart did it. We got a memory card. And let me see if I can actually take a photo now. Wow, and yeah, you know, surprisingly, the first thing I think is that it's actually better than the Temu phone that I took a photo with a few weeks ago. I guess we can try the video recorder here, which you have to go into the settings to click switch to video recorder to enable that, which is just awesome. Let's go ahead and, yes, I'm recording a video. This might be in 3 frames per second. Oh my goodness, this is horrible. Holy crap. Oh man, all right, let's go back to the main menu though and see what else is going on here. So I got messages. This is where you write the messages. Oh my gosh. And okay, how do I send it? Options, save. What? How do you send a message? You just click on send message, you create a message, and then I press like that button, does nothing. I press, I don't want to press clear, but I press options, and it won't let me put a contact number in, and it won't let me save either. What? Okay, so you can't send messages. All right, let me check out the toolbox here and see what's on here. So we got alarm, Bluetooth, calculator, calendar, STK. What? Oh, it's just our Sims. And also battery saver mode. I don't care about that. Let's try out the calculator. Oh my goodness, it's one of these. 5 minus 6 equals -1. Wow. So guys, a couple more things here. I just threw in a AT&T SIM card just to see if that shows up in any form or fashion. I also looked at the listing and it says it's 2G services only, which in the US just like almost don't exist anymore. And I think this is like, it's probably a GSM phone. So, all right, so restarted and it does show the SIM card searching, which yeah, it makes sense. It's not actually active, so it's not gonna find anything. But like, guys, let me know down below if you know any details about this, but like who is actually buying these types of phones to use here in 2024? Like who is using 2G services only and who is specifically using this type of phone? Like what is the use case? I don't know, but sure is interesting to see what kind of crap they leave on here. I guess I can, oh wait, hold on. I can actually record my own sound? Hold up. Yo, what's good, man? How's it going? I'm here on my 2G fashion mobile phone. Let me hit me back up when you get your own fashion mobile. Yo, what's good, man? How's it going? I mean, let's be honest, that actually wasn't quite as bad as I thought it'd be for this piece of junk, but last thing I want to try here is the services tab. Oh, hold on. We got internet service, Twitter, Facebook, Yahoo, WhatsApp, and Opera Mini. I mean, seriously, is there a proposal here to use 2G internet to like open up Twitter and Facebook and stuff here in 2024? I don't understand these. Oh man, let me put that to the side. Let me check out this other phone. Okay, so apparently when I open and close this thing, it makes a really loud, annoying dinging sound. That's okay. Let's open up this other package and see what's inside. Now, this one took even longer to come in, so I imagine it's gonna be even worse, and wow, that did not disappoint. You've gotta be kidding me. Like, dude, what is this? Oh, there's so many things wrong here. First of all, it says i15 Pro, and it's like they're clearly going for the iPhone look. When I bought it, that's like the only photo I saw was the iPhone look, and I'm like, folding iPhone, gotta buy it. But then you look over, and it's just a crappy flip phone again. And then, dude, like, what is going on with this tape? It's clearly a used phone that they just taped back up and called it new. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so it's actually, it's packaged up like as a real folding phone, which is just funny. And then we got yep, it's a USB-C cable. All right, that's an upgrade from the last one. Oh my gosh, that, oof. I don't know what to think. At first glance, it's like, this thing's horrible, but at the same time, it's intriguing. It actually looks like an iPhone. Like, look at, just do a little comparison here. Wow, it's actually about the same size as my iPhone 13 Pro. And even the camera layout looks the same with the flash up there and then 3 cameras. I'm sure there's 1 camera here, not 3. And then we got another little indicator thing here, I guess. And flipping around to the other side, you can see, obviously, it's another flip phone deal. So let me go ahead and peel off the screen protector or whatever. And wow, what? Oh, it didn't peel off the whole thing. Great. We got one for we got a stupid thing for the bottom too. What? And hold on, they're even on the back. What? What in the world, man? And hold on, as I'm folding this up, I just noticed the bottom looks like an iPhone as well. Like it's got the same port layout. It's got the little dots on both sides for your, microphone, speaker, whatever. And then, oh, it's got a flashlight up here as well, just like the last one. Dude, why? Why? Let's turn it on and see what happens. And yep, the interface is very similar. This one we only have 2 SIM card slots instead of 4. Also, oh, our buttons are sleek. It's like a flat surface here rather than the last one, which was basically individual buttons here. So this one actually feels a bit more premium, I'd say. Premium. All right, let's check out what this has to offer. So we got games. We got games. Let's go. Fun and games. We got F1 race and game settings. Let me check out the settings first, make sure we're good to go. We got vibration. We got audio and vibration. Yo, it's not the only thing that's got audio and vibration.
Stop it. Get some help.
You've got to be kidding me. There's no way this is the game on here. Turn the sound off. Off. Audio off. Thank you. All right. Here we go. Back at it. There we go. Finally, no sound here. But let's go ahead and crash it. I think it vibrates when I crash. Whoa, it's got vibration functionality. Oh, that's pretty sick. Okay. Let me see what else is in this menu here. We got multimedia, tools, settings, messages, file manager. Where's the camera? We have a video recorder. Does this not take photos? Does it only take video? Hold on. All right. So first, you guys will not believe this. First of all, not enough memory. Second of all, I don't think I've ever seen anything look anywhere near as bad as this. Holy crap. All right, guys, I'm here on my i15 Pro recording a video, and this might be the best camera I've ever used in my life. Let me just take a little action right here. That looks pretty good, right? So let's go ahead and switch to camera here and see what the photos look like. Apparently the flash doesn't work either, so that's cool. Uses wallpaper. Nice. Let's go. All right, let's see what else is on here. Messages. Looks like the messages is the same exact thing where it's gonna be a piece of crap. I click some stuff. I click save and it won't let me save. Oh no, it saved that time. Okay. I can't send it anyway. I don't have a SIM card to work on this thing. Oh man. You know, the part that really confuses me is how it's advertising like Twitter and Facebook and stuff, but like how are you gonna access those with 2G? Are you serious? Yo, wait, hold on. It's got a little light splash in there. That's kind of sick, actually. All right, let's try out the flashlight. By the way, I mean, like, stupid, but it's like honestly, it's low-key kind of cool. I feel like I gotta open one of these up and take a look at the inside. This one right here, I'm not really sure how to open it up because I don't see any obvious screw holes. Now this one right here, I already got the back cover off and there's clearly some screw holes there. So let me just go ahead and pop those off and let's take a look at the inside and see just what kind of crap they're doing inside of this thing. All right, here we go. Got the screws out and this thing is popping apart, maybe. All right, got that piece popped off and you can see down here our SIM card slots are obviously still there. We've got one little wire plugged in here or wired in there for our microphone. And oh nice, I just noticed this cable right here is not soldered into anything. It looks like it was going to something back there, but it's just, yeah, looks like a ground wire or something that's just not soldered in. That's cool. Now what I'm really curious about is the top part, because I want to see if there's more than one camera here. There's probably not, but let's see if I can break into that somehow. Yeah, baby. All right, we got it coming loose, and oh my goodness. Yep, just as we thought. We have our big old battery here, big battery, like it said. And yep, just as we expected, these two cameras right here are completely fake. If you flip to the other side, it doesn't even go through to the other side. It's just yeah, what else do I say about that? And then also there's that's the camera. Like, what else do I say, man? I mean, like, guys, even if you're looking for a cheap phone, like I don't understand the point of this other than the novelty of like people like me buying them, because for 20 bucks more, or actually about the same price, you can buy phones like these that are halfway decent at least. But guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. These phones suck. Should I don't want to snap it yet. I might snap it one day, but thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
Number 9.
Everyone knows you can buy pretty much anything under the sun from Walmart, but did you know that Walmart sells some really cheap phones? I'm talking $40, $30, even $20, but unsurprisingly, these phones have tons and tons of one-star reviews. So in this video, we're gonna put these one-star reviews to the test and see if these phones deserve it. Now I have 4 phones to go through in this video, but we'll start with this Summit 5G phone, which has some pretty rough reviews. So many reviews here say it crashes, it freezes, it turns itself off, and worst of all is Susan's review, which I can't even pronounce half the words. Just read it if you want to. But here it is. We got the Summit 5G. I've never heard of Summit before, so let's open this thing up and see what's inside. Oh my goodness, yeah, this thing is not small, and it's got the 4 lenses on the back. Or actually, what are these? We have flash there, a lens there, another lens there, and then this is just a mystery block. Let's put those to the side and go ahead and just turn this phone on and see what it does. All right, guys, so phone is set up, and upon initial inspection, the phone is actually not freezing or lagging so far, but of course, all we've done is set it up, so maybe it'll start lagging here at some point, but let's go ahead and start with the app drawer. And at first glance, I see all the standard Google Suite apps along with Facebook, and wow, that's about it. So I don't see any kind of bloatware or anything there, so that's nice. Now, I will say this background photo here is cool, but it looks kind of grainy. Like, the screen seems fairly high quality and has pretty good viewing angles, but I'm not a huge fan of the background there. But I really want to start with the camera, because that's kind of what I would call the most important thing, or one of the most important things on phones these days, because you know you're taking photos all the time. And of course, we have our AI built in, whatever that means. Now, according to the box, we have both a 13 megapixel camera and a 2 megapixel camera on the back. I would assume that refers to both the standard zoom there, and then the 2x zoom is probably the 2 megapixel, and the front is 5 megapixels, so not bad. Let's go ahead and take a couple photos here though. So first photo I took here did not even focus, like the entire picture is blurry, which is not a great sign. Then I took one at 2x zoom, and it's fine there, but then you go down here and the whole edge of the picture is just very blurry. And this photo's with AI, and it's actually not blurry, but it is still blurry down at the bottom. So yeah, I'm not sure what the AI thing does. And then the front camera is fine as well. So honestly, the camera's not horrible, but the blurriness is strange. Now next I want to check out how secure this phone is, like what kind of locking mechanism we can use for the lock screen here. So I'll click on set lock screen, and we can do a swipe code, pattern, pin, password. Okay, so there's no Face ID and there's no fingerprint sensor, which honestly, not surprising for a $35 phone. Everything else seems perfectly fine so far, but I've downloaded a few apps, and we're gonna first start on, oh, we got some suggestions. We'll start on YouTube here and just search up a YouTube video and watch it a little bit and see how it plays. It appears you can rotate the landscape just fine. You can also pause the video. You can start the video without an issue. Wow, that's so surprising because I've used a lot of really cheap phones and usually they start just freezing up on YouTube, but so far so good here. And then yeah, trying out Subway Surfers, it's very smooth, no glitchiness, nothing wrong with the screen, it's not freezing at all. I'm not quite sure what those people were on about with the whole freezing, crashing, turning off on its own. But next we'll go into the device info app here and kind of check out some stats here. So we actually have a 90 hertz display. Bro, what? We have a 90 hertz display on this $35 phone. And we have phones going for almost $1,000 that have a 60 hertz screen. We'll just gloss over that. We also have a CPU that seems to be reasonably recent with reasonable specs here. And our battery is 5,000 milliamp hours, which sounds reasonable. And checking out the manufacturer, it's made by Kusio, which I have never heard of. Also, the brand is Dish, which I guess Dish owns Boost Mobile. I didn't know that. But if you're okay with Boost Mobile, this phone is great. Let's leave a review. The phone does stay on. The phone does not crash or freeze. I still honestly don't know what Susan was talking about, so no comment there. Honestly, this phone is awesome for 35 bucks. 5 stars. Now guys, here we have a Blue Flex track phone that I paid $28 for, and holy crap, there are dozens of 1-star reviews, and every single one of them says they could not activate the phone. So I guess we'll have to try to activate this thing and see if it works for us, but at first glance, it's looking rough. It's a flip phone. Let's open the box up and see what's inside. There it is. That thing looks rugged, dude. Holy crap. Oh, it comes disassembled? What? And wow, we have a charging brick here. And yeah, sure enough, the battery is in its own little sleeve here. Interesting. I mean, honestly, I like it. You can actually take the battery out and replace it if it goes bad. So that's cool. And actually, before I put that in there, we do have, looks like a SIM card already installed there, a slot for a micro SD card, which is nice. And then we have our very rugged looking back cover that I guess just snaps on. And then opening it up, we of course have our, wow, this is a big boy for a flip phone. We got some big buttons. We got a pretty large screen, honestly, for a flip phone. It's even got the screen protector that has like the fake screen on it, which is kind of cool. But let's go ahead and turn it on and see what happens. So we have KaiOS, which I believe is the standard operating system for these flip phones that are flip phones, but also smart because you can like watch YouTube and text and go surf the internet, that sort of thing. So it has us starting off by connecting to Wi-Fi, and it looks like it's only 2.4 gigahertz enabled because I don't see our 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi here, which is, I don't know, that's fine. It's a flip phone. Hey, we got it. Wi-Fi and a flip phone. That's so, that's so weird, but it works. Okay, so apparently to use this thing, I have to be over the age of 16, which seems strange just to turn the phone on. All right, guys, so booted up here, we have a pretty standard background menu. We also have, I guess, our apps in here. So we got our store, contacts, call log, weather, messages, standard stuff, blah, blah, blah. We'll start with the camera here. I think there's only a back camera. I don't see a front camera on here. So let's go ahead and see how this looks. I can't imagine it's going to look good. And holy crap, this is, oh my goodness, this is truly a flip phone. Oh, now we do have some games here. Let's go ahead and see what's on here. We got Gyms, Guardians 2048. Okay, a real game. Whack-A-Mole and Birdie. Wait, is this Flappy Bird? There's ads in this game. I somehow pulled up hypoallergenic detergent laundry from Amazon. How did that happen? Wow, yeah, that's Flappy Bird. Really crappy Flappy Bird. Crap. I can't even get out of the game without seeing another ad that says, find results for dietary cat food and indoor cats. No. So now we're figuring out why this thing was so cheap. I mean, it is a flip phone, so it should be cheap, but it's ultra cheap because it has ads built in. Like, imagine you're trying to answer a call and you accidentally press the wrong button and you like click a suspicious ad instead of picking up your grandma's phone call. I don't know, man. That's kind of sketch. Also got YouTube built in here. That's kind of nice. It's just like, oh, it's just in the browser. What in the world? And yeah, there's the landscape mode, dude. Watching a YouTube video landscape on a flip phone, never thought I'd see the day, but here we are. Now guys, we gotta try the one thing that people are complaining about on this thing. Like, I didn't see any reviews talking about how bad the phone itself was. They're all just talking about how bad the service was. So let's go ahead and try to activate this track phone. I'm not sure how to do it, but we got a little pamphlet here, so we'll follow the steps and see what happens. So I'm already starting to see part of the problem. You have to go to a website on this phone and try to activate it, and just like navigating this website is horrendous because you're on a flip phone. So I got to the part where I have to put in my serial number, and I click here, and then I start typing it in, but you can't select numbers. I can't type numbers. Are you kidding me? How do I activate it? Maybe I'm missing something, but if I'm missing something, I imagine the grandma who's buying a track phone is gonna miss all of this and like can't do any of this. This is absurd. I guess for the heck of it, I'll try it on my PC and see what happens. I'll show you guys a screenshot on the screen of what I saw, but it says the device with the information you provided currently has an invalid status. Yep, the reviews are right. I think we can go ahead and leave our own review. Honestly, this phone is horrible. It was giving me ads for cats, and man, I hate cats. Just kidding, cats are fine. But yeah, like everyone else said, you can't activate this phone, so like, why does this exist? 1 star. And guys, here we have an AT&T Moto G, which actually looks pretty good, and I only paid 40 bucks for it, but the reviews might be the most concerning I've seen in this video so far. Let me show you. So one person says glass broke and screen not working, which is concerning. Next is very concerning, where this person says, if you like privacy, don't get this phone. Hacked from the moment I got it. Why is this phone hacked? But somehow even worse than that is this person that says unusable due to lack of following procedure. Had to walk 6 miles to get clear information on how to rectify situation. Now I have to wait at least 7 business days for a refund. I will lose my job over this. Terrible service. Holy crap, there's a lot to unpack there. Let's gloss over it and just go ahead and open this box up. And actually we have a nice little flap here. You can see the device itself and also the fact that it's a 90 hertz refresh rate, 50 megapixel camera, 64 gigs of internal storage, 5,000 milliamp hour battery, even a fingerprint reader. Honestly, pretty good for 40 bucks. Let's open it up though and see what happens. We got this nice packaging, and at first glance, nice. Our glass is not broken, so that's good to see. And I believe we've seen a phone similar to this on the channel before, but it definitely was not the AT&T version, and AT&T is always super sketch, so yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and turn it on. And something I just noticed, and something to note, is we have a flash and just one single lens there, so no dual lens, no quadruple lens, no crazy whatever thing going on here. But let's boot it up and see if it works. That's not a great start. The first thing it wants me to do, as soon as I press next, it pulls up an AT&T loading menu, which, wait. It just went away. What did it do? AT&T is loading something in the background. Not a good sign for our privacy, as we saw from that one review, but yeah, let's keep going. And we already have our bloatware starting, so as soon as I boot the phone up, it wants me to sign up for Motorola or something here. Yeah, skip that. And now it has all these additional apps that it wants to download, and it doesn't give me the option to not download them, so I guess I got to. All right, so finally to the home screen here, and the first thing I see is this whole Motorola thing. I'm just gonna skip that for now. It's got a nice little background here. The screen looks pretty good. It doesn't get terribly bright, but it's bright enough. And we'll check out the app drawer here because I'm sure we have tons of bloatware, especially with AT&T. And yep, sure enough, I see lots of Google stuff, but I also see AT&T with 3 apps there. Other than that, actually not horrible. I'm not sure what Active Armor is though. What the heck is that? Oh, some AT&T security crap, dude. Just putting AT&T on your phone, just like, it's what I'd say is the worst carrier. And also we have, what is this? We have this little floating Motorola icon here. What does that do? Okay, so you can personalize your font, themes. I guess it's like a Motorola layer on top of Android, which is, you know, I guess kind of typical. And sure enough, we have our new theme here, and I just noticed we also have this Discovery Hub with just a ton of like AT&T ads and stuff. Man, AT&T is all over this bad boy. But let's go ahead and check out our camera and see how that works. Oh my gosh, why is the frame rate on the camera so bad? All right, so back camera here, actually pretty good. You can see everything. It's not blurry like that one other smartphone. And then front camera, pretty solid as well, pretty detailed. Honestly, I'd say the best camera I've seen so far in this video. I also just noticed we have this AT&T text message that came in immediately when we booted the phone up. We have this whole text about setting up AT&T service, which just disappeared on its own. Bro, what? We have one text message in the app, and clicking on it crashes the whole thing. How do I activate if I can't click the link? Dude, that's so sad. Dude, Chrome's crashing too. Whoa, what is this? This phone sucks. Oh, this thing is bad. And now it's installing more apps? Dude, I'm starting to believe that review that said this phone is hacked. There's something sketchy going on in the background. But let's go ahead and try to set up our lock screen here. I think I saw we have Face ID here, so let me try that out and see if that works. All right, so we actually have fingerprint and face unlock. Hold on, where is the fingerprint reader? Okay, ooh, it's in the home button here. That's cool. Okay, not bad, not bad. That's impressive. There's a fingerprint reader on this $40 device. But guys, I'll download YouTube and a game here, and we'll test those out and see if this thing will just stop crashing. Please, maybe. All right, so you can see the apps I'm trying to download here, and then you can see all the apps it's trying to just download on its own, which is Moto Game Time, a bunch of Google stuff. It also failed to download Family Space, Moto Actions, Motorola Notifications. There's also like 50 updates here. Like, what is going on with this thing? I can't even cancel the ones that are just stuck installing here. This is so garbage, man. Hopefully, while other stuff is downloading in the background, we can use YouTube here, which already crashed one time. There we go. Okay, now it's working. Oh, super slow. Oh man, this thing is like, oh, on the screen itself, dude, that's supposed to be 1080p right there. Just do a zoom there. Like, oh, that's so bad, man. I am so disappointed in this phone so far. Like, honestly, looking at it, it looks like a pretty nice device, but it's been very underwhelming so far. All right, guys, we finally got some apps to install. We have Subway Surfers here, so we'll go ahead and just try this out for a second, and hopefully it works. All right, cool. So the game seems to be working fine now. It had a little bit of stuttering when I started, but yeah, it's fine now. And the 90 hertz screen actually really helps it here, and it looks pretty nice. Next up, I want to go back and check out my device info tab here and see what kind of details we have. So actually, wait, this says 60 hertz. Dude, they advertised it as 90 hertz. Somebody here is lying. Oh no, it says 90 hertz right there. Okay, so maybe it's got a variable refresh rate screen or something. I'm not quite sure, but it says the screen is 6.7 inches, which I believe it's a pretty large phone. 1600 by 720, which is, that's fine. And apparently we even have a Snapdragon processor in here, which is honestly surprising to me because this thing was crashing and freezing a lot, and this phone has issues, even for 40 bucks, but let's go ahead and leave our review. Now the phone screen is not broken, and I did not have to walk 6 miles to buy it, but that's where the positives end. Tons of AT&T bloatware, can't say I'm surprised, but it also crashes and freezes all the time. Honestly, maybe this phone is actually hacked. Definitely 1 star. Now here I have a Summit flip phone that I only paid 20 bucks for, and the reviews, they're interesting. We have a lot of people saying the device does not even turn on, it doesn't charge, like multiple people saying the exact same thing, which is concerning. And then what I think is the most concerning one is Michelle here, who says she's a Walmart associate, says waste of money, piece of junk. And she works for Walmart. So yeah, not sure what to make of that, but let's go ahead and open this box up and see what's inside. Charging brick, our charger, which I'll try to plug those in and see if it actually charges up because there's so many reviews saying it doesn't charge. Let's first go ahead and take the phone out, and this one is interesting. It looks rugged, but it doesn't feel rugged at all. It's just got like a carbon fiber-esque kind of feel to it. We have a pretty large screen on the front here, which is kind of cool. And then inside here we have a full screen protector looking thing with 5 megapixel camera and 8-hour talk time. Hopefully it's got a better camera quality than the last flip phone. This one is also a very large flip phone, big buttons and everything. Let's go ahead and turn it on and see if it does, because a lot of people said it doesn't. And well, that's not a good start. All right, let's try to charge it. Wait. This is why so many people are complaining about it not turning on. There's a battery hidden at the bottom of the box. It's not obvious at all. It just kind of blends in with the rest of the box, but here it is. That 100% has to be why so many people say this thing doesn't turn on. It is kind of annoying they make you take the whole back cover off and put the battery in, because you know, like for grandma or grandpa who are probably buying this phone, they probably don't know you can take the back off the back of the phone and put the battery in there. And yeah, sure enough, the phone is booting up now, which is yeah, that's that's wild. It looks like it's got a Windows lock screen or something there. And just like the last flip phone, this is only 2.4 gigs Wi-Fi as well. Oh, it worked. Let's go. And there's barely any setup here, just right on the main screen here. We've got notifications, I guess our menu here in the middle with the call history, gallery, music, camera. I guess let's start on the camera here and see how this bad boy looks. I mean, honestly, I'd say that's better than the last flip phone, like by a wide margin. And yeah, honestly, I mean, like, not bad for a flip phone. Now, I guess we have to do everything through the browser here because there's no app store or anything. Let me just try to search for YouTube and see if we can watch videos on this bad boy. Oh my gosh, that's the cursor noise. I don't feel like typing, so I'm just gonna search the first thing that pops up, which is ASMR. And yeah, it appears to be working on a tiny little screen. Well, not much else to do on this thing except for trying to activate it. So let's go ahead and try to activate it and see if it'll work better than the last flip phone. All right, SIM card is in, and the first thing that actually pops up is a carrier configuration loading page. That's already a better start. And I'm gonna try to scan this QR code here and see if I can actually access it from the phone here. I can't even focus on it. Come on, man. So just like the last flip phone, I'm gonna try to activate it on my phone, or at least I'm trying to now, and the web page doesn't work on this browser. So again, if you want to activate this phone, you need to have another laptop, another phone, another something to activate it, because this phone can't activate itself. And it has a phone number on it, but how do you call the phone number if this is your only phone? Okay, well, here's the good thing. I am trying to activate it on my iPhone, and I got the SIM card number in there, the device number, and it is letting me activate it, which is obviously better than the last flip phone. So, you know, props to them there. But guys, I think we're ready for a review on this one. Yeah, so the phone definitely turns on and charges, but man, they really hid that battery. I don't think they want people to turn this thing on. Now, Michelle says it's a piece of junk, but honestly, I think it's perfectly fine for 20 bucks. 4 stars. So guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know down below if you think these phones deserved their 1-star reviews. But guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
Number 8. So you want to get into PC gaming, but don't know how to use a screwdriver and can't spend $10,000 on a pre-built machine? Well, don't you worry. This plug-and-play PC right here can be purchased straight from Walmart for only $300. But not only does it have terrible reviews, I discovered some issues that are so suspicious that I'm not sure how the makers of this thing are still in business. But hey, it has RGBs. All right, opening the box up, we got a little inspection sheet. We'll look over that in a minute. All right, I got it out of the packaging. First of all, $300 PC, it's actually a bit larger than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be kind of a, small boy. What is this? Please read, we inspect and test every PC prior to shipping. And they have their phone number and whatever that will blur out. Oh, it opened. Cool. Ooh, that didn't really peel off very cleanly, but all right. Yeah, wait a minute. Uh-oh. I just locked myself out of the computer. This little pull tab is your only way to open the side, I guess. There we go. Got it open again. Had to pry it open with a knife. But there, just slap that back on there. It's fine. They got this inflato foam stuff to protect all the internal components. It's not coming out very easily though. There it goes. Wow, that is You know, for the size of the case we're looking at here, this is a much smaller motherboard situation than I was expecting. Now, hold on a minute, guys. I wanted to know like what specs we're looking at here, so I have the inspection sheet, and it goes over the components that are installed. I'm seeing an Intel Core i7-2600. That's a CPU from like 2012, I want to say. Along with a GTX 650. Guys, that would make this computer like less powerful than a PS4. Gaming PC this is supposed to be. What? We also have 500 gigabytes crossed out HDD with 1 terabyte right next to it. It's got a hard drive. Very good for gaming in 2025. Everyone knows it. Also, it's their own proprietary like power supply. It says Vipertech on there, which is the company who made this, as you can see here. It is kind of a good sign we're seeing all these like check marks and stuff. That means they probably tested stuff. Maybe the reviews, they're outdated, right? Maybe they fixed all those problems. Got a little bit of sticky finger residue there. It's like brown. Ew. Wait, guys. I found a few more things. We got this little sticker here. What does that even say? Do not connect monitor here. Connect monitor to graphics card. Okay, that's actually a good thing to note. Except how are you supposed to plug it into the graphics card? Look at that HDMI cable. It's like half into the little case here. Well, I was going to plug it in, but it didn't come with any cables. So I'll be back. I got to procure things in order to set this thing up with. What kind of PC doesn't come with a power cable? All right, guys, I have everything plugged in. Let's go ahead and turn on the PC. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's a good sign. She's noisy. I don't see any video yet, though. Okay, guys, after a monitor change and getting some cables and crap set up, I actually have the computer on. We are on a desktop. You didn't miss anything. I turned the computer on, plugged in an HDMI cable, and this is what I saw. What is this? Turn on Windows Security Center. Why was it off? Now, first thing I want to do here now that we're on the desktop, I opened Edge, and it took a really long time to open. Anyway, I want to set up Wi-Fi real quick, and I want to make sure that works, because I saw a bunch of reviews mention that the Wi-Fi doesn't function at all. Hey, can we just talk about the fact that PC turned on? Is it loud? Yeah. Does it kind of smell weird? Unfortunately, but it turns on. All right, now the first problem, there's no Wi-Fi networks. What? The listing very clearly says that this PC is supposed to have Wi-Fi, but yeah, it doesn't have Wi-Fi. Let me go get an Ethernet cable and I'll come back. Looks like we have internet now. Let's go ahead and test our internet speeds. Hey, we're loading up the speed test website here. There was one review that mentioned that this thing couldn't even handle opening a browser, so we must have gotten one of the good ones today. Oh my, we are still stuck at 0 megabits per second. Oh, there it goes. God, guys, looks like we're getting 90-ish down and up. We have gigabit internet here, right? So if I was seeing 500, 600, I'd be like, fine, good enough. That's literally 1/10 of max speed that our internet should be right now. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the task manager, and we're gonna take a look at what components we got in here and see if it checks out with what we saw on that sheet of paper earlier. Oh, yep, I'm seeing an i7-2600 CPU at 3.4 gigahertz. Hey, at least it's a 4-core CPU, right? It could theoretically be worse. And actually, we're at 15% utilization here on the desktop. That's not as horrific as I would have thought, considering how slow the PC is right now. What seems to be happening is that our HDD is getting completely annihilated by something. Let's see here, what is happening? Windows modules installer. So it's some kind of like Windows nonsense happening in the background that is just eviscerating our performance on this PC right now. Do we have a terabyte though? Yeah, 932 gigabytes, there you go, that's something. Now, personally, I'd rather have like 100 gigs of SSD in 2025 than 1,000 gigs of a hard drive, but to each their own. Meanwhile, by the way, our 650, which still blows my mind. It's a GPU, isn't that GPU from like 2011? 2012, excuse me. Jeez, it's a 13-year-old GPU, that's crazy. Oh, there's GeForce Experience pre-installed, that's okay. I guess I can open up that and see if our drivers are up to date. By the way, in general, I find it super sketchy when PCs come in with pre-installed software and no setup process, because I have no idea what they do on this machine. And I'm not smart enough to know what's different compared to normal Windows. I guess I can at least look at like the apps that are pre-installed and, you know, whatever shows up in this menu here. That'll give us an idea of what's installed on this computer. We couldn't find anything to show here. No apps installed. You sure about that? Okay, Windows. Also, I opened GeForce Experience a long time ago at this point. It's been a few minutes and it's still not done anything. Oh, there it goes. We have the black screen. Something went wrong. Try rebooting your PC. All right, well, anyway, I guess I can download a Cinebench and run that and see what this PC can turn out in terms of a Cinebench score, right? My God, this computer is slow. It just takes forever to do anything. All right, well, we were able to run a speed test, but I'm going to the Cinebench download website and it's, wait, I have a pop-up here. Cookies. Necessary only, please. This computer cannot handle anything else. That's it. I'm just stuck on a black screen again. What? This is a real PC that you can buy from Walmart right now. You know, I do want to say, by the way, while we're having a bit of a negative software experience, the case, it's got lights. It's kind of cool looking. I like that it's white. Wait a minute. That reminds me, guys, the box says we're supposed to have a black PC. I'm not necessarily disappointed. I think the white's kind of cooler, but like, you can't even get that right, guys. Okay, well, it's taking 24 days in order to install Chrome, so I'm gonna install Cinebench and some games, and I'll be back in a few weeks.
3 weeks later.
It's been a little while and some things have happened, including this. I was like waiting on things to install, and at one point I just turn around and the PC blue screened. And it's not like that same 0% complete for like an hour. I just left it there doing its own thing after it blue screened. But yeah, it is up and running again, so it wasn't a permanent problem, but I don't know what happened. I think I maybe opened Chrome. Who knows? Either way, we got Cinebench open. Let's just start the multi-core test and see what happens. Wow, shockingly, that is running. I guess it will come back when it's done. What just happened? Oh, things got a little stuttery there for a second. Anyway, the test is almost done. I figured I'd open up open hardware monitor so we could take a look at our temperatures for the CPU. Overall, we're sitting a little under 80 degrees Celsius. It's not terrible. It's not like amazing, but it's fine, especially for running a CPU benchmark for past 10 minutes or so. PC is fairly loud, so if anything, could probably tone the noise down a little bit and be completely fine, but it is what it is. More notably, the GPU temperature is currently reporting 2 degrees Celsius. That's crazy cooling. Whoo! Got Antarctica up in here. That's wild. Also, why is this still going? It says 0 minutes left. Stop it. Oh, well, I guess stopping it stopped our little points thing. But looking down here, it seems like this is either a previous report from the same CPU, or maybe this is the score that it was going to get, essentially at 3,200 points, putting it at the very bottom of the selected CPUs that they're showing here. Very nice. Moving on, I got Cyberpunk launching now. We're gonna see how this runs for actual gaming performance on this gaming PC with a GTX 650. Well, I clicked play on Cyberpunk a long time ago, but nothing seems to be happening. I'll come back when something happens. Oh, wait, something's happening. The game is launching. Oh, baby. So far, all I'm seeing is black screen. This performance, man, unbelievable. Oh my God, it's launching. Ho, ho, ho. Guys, we have made it to the title screen. This is honestly farther than I thought we would get. I'm gonna preemptively just turn the settings real low. This is gonna be the hardest part of running the game on this PC. This loading screen is going to take a very long time based on its hard drive's performance. It's been like a minute at this point and the bar has not moved. I'll come back when it's done. Oh my God, we finally loaded. Yes, please press space to continue, please. Let me in there. Is the game frozen? No, please. We waited so long for this stupid game to load. I think it was seriously 10 minutes. Editor, put it on screen. Oh, black screen. What is black screen? What does this mean? I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna hit the Windows key. Wait, I see something in the upper left-hand corner. Is this a second round of loading? Oh, I see the UI, guys. I mean, if it's performing this poorly, I don't even understand how we're running the game. This is ridiculous. Guys, look at how slow this is. Oh my God. The UI is coming in like 1 frame at a time. This is worse than unplayable. This is worse than the PS4 performance of the game. Okay, I am moving my character. You can barely see in the upper right-hand corner, the map is moving. None of it is actually visible though. This is like if you tried to play Cyberpunk on a PlayStation 3. Gaming PC, guys, gaming PC. Anyway, guys, I think we've seen enough of the gaming on this computer. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at the components and see what we actually have rocking inside this PC. Guys, I can't even get the PC to shut down. Turn it off. Oh, there it goes. Oh my God, it finally turned off. That actually took too many minutes. By the way, side note, the room stinks right now from this stupid PC. I think it's the power supply or something. It just smells like burnt electronics. All right, we're gonna start by getting the side panel open again. I'm actually just gonna take this thing off. There's a couple of things going on here I wanna point out, right? First thing of note, here's the hard drive that was causing all the problems for us, and here's a perfectly fine M.2 SSD slot that they could have thrown in like a 128 gig SSD in there for, I don't know, $5 and a throwing screen. How cheap can you get an SSD for these days? It doesn't matter if it's the jankiest SSD on earth. I feel like that is still better than this stupid hard drive. And guys, turns out it gets even worse. I discovered something about this hard drive. I took a closer look at it. I can't believe this. From the stickers and stuff you can see here, it's a Seagate, it's a 1 terabyte, blah, blah, blah. But there's this like other sticker on top of the sticker that's very interesting. Apparently Tech Redo gave this thing a grade A. It's a 3.5 SATA 3, 7200, 8200 hours. Guys, is this company selling used hard drives in their PCs? If there's one thing on a PC I do not ever want to be used, it is certainly the hard drive. Also, 8,200 hours comes out to like a whole year of the PC just being on all the time. So that's a lot of hours of usage for a hard drive. And now this has me wondering, is every component in this PC used? Now that I think about it, can you even get a 650 brand new anymore? I don't think so. And I'm pretty sure, just based on what I'm seeing connected to the motherboard, we may very well only have one system fan in this computer. This guy right here on the back of the case. I know what you're thinking, there's gotta be stuff in the front, right? Let's find out, because I don't think so. Ah, nice, there you go, there's the proof. There's no fans here, there's no nothing. So we have this giant case with no fans, no cooling. You have to pay $300 for this, you're getting nothing. Can you buy like a used digital only PS5 for $300? Please go do that. I guess we can go ahead and also check the other side for cable management, and it's solid. There's lots of zip ties, things are neatly arranged. I like that they plugged all this stuff up so, you know, it's all available to use in the future if you need it, but it's out of the way. Just sucks they had to use all these stupid, you know, mustard and ketchup cables, but I don't know. It's a cheap PC. But yeah, I guess this PC turned on. I'll take what I can get. Number 7. Did you guys know that tablets these days are expensive? I mean, seriously, I need to shell out $500 just for this little iPad Air? What? Well, in this video, I instead bought the 4 cheapest tablets I could find on Walmart.com, including this one that's somehow $5. How? Let's go ahead and start opening them up. How bad could they be, right? This device, it makes me hate everything. So this first one's actually our most expensive tablet at $30 whole. All right, opening the box up, we have our very nice pink tablet right on top. Oh my God, what is this? Is this AI generated? What am I looking at? And I guess first, before I turn it on, we could just look at the device. We have the smallest cameras in the world. You get power and volume, nothing on the other side, nothing on the bottom. And on the top, you get a USB-C charger, which is surprising actually, and a little SD card slot, and a headphone jack, wow. Let's see, does this thing have any power by default? Oh, it's booting up. Android Go edition. This is like the lighter version of Android, I think, that's made for like super cheap, lightweight devices like this. Well, as long as it works, that's fine. It just means you don't have like full access to the Play Store, I don't think. Ooh, $30 is not enough to give you 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. That's painful. Guys, it's been getting my tablet ready for a long time now. What is going on? This is a good time to remind you guys that this is the most expensive tablet in this video and we're already having problems. Ooh. Oh, just a few moments. It heard me talking crap. I'm an adult or teen, thank you very much, I think. Getting account info. Oh, baby, we made it to a home screen. That was like 7 minutes of my life waiting for this. Holy crap. What kind of Android is this? These icons all just look a little off. Or maybe that's just because of the really like washed out colors in this display. I can't quite tell. Let me open the settings. We gotta see what version this is. It's so slow. How can this be so slow already? Running Android version 14? No. Bro, Android 14 came out in like 2023. I don't believe it. Honestly, the first thing I want to do here, I just want to open YouTube and see if this thing can handle playing a YouTube video. Because I feel like $30, you can watch YouTube on it. There's some value there, right? It crashed. Excuse me? Play Store's opening. Okay. Do we got like updates or something?
Nope.
Oh, Play Store crashed after all. All right, we can open the camera app in the meantime. This thing surprisingly does have a front-facing camera. What is this app? Is this like literally like stalker than stock Android? The controls in this app are literally a camera button and 3 dots with like 3 little options here. Timer, grid lines, and is this the face cam? Yeah, okay. Oh my God, why is it so green? Bro, I didn't know I was living in the Matrix out here. Holy crap. There we go. Let's go ahead and try out the rear camera. I mean, that's better than the face cam. Just, not by much. All right, I've had this device sitting around for a few more minutes now. Let's see if I can keep the Play Store open for longer than 3 seconds. Oh, sure enough, because we're on Android Go, looking for Stumble, guys. This app won't work for your device. Yeah, wait a minute. How did I forget about that already? When it booted up, it said Android Go edition or whatever. How can we be on Android 14? This tablet. It's getting to me. I can install device info though, so let's go ahead and open that up when it's done installing. We can get to the bottom of this Android debacle. I mean, it says Android 14. It says Android 14. What? Let me know down in the comments. What am I missing here? I don't even know anymore. Apparently this thing's using a Rockchip RK3326. Well, whatever that is, it's clearly not very good. What kind of battery do we have in this? 3,000 milliamp hour. I mean, that's like the size of like an iPhone 13. It's just more than I would have expected a $30 tablet to have. Well, the Play Store seemed to work all right now, so can I open YouTube? And this really is the final test for this thing. TikTok ads. Guys, we always get TikTok ads whenever we buy these cheap devices from wherever. But all right, guys, this is the actual final test of this, tablet is gonna be good or bad. Not a good sign. It is having a lot of trouble loading the video. What quality is it trying to load? 360p. Whoo, baby. Yeah, it does not want to load the video. Should I lower the quality? 144p, here we go. Yeah, that's working. Okay. It looks like it might glow in the dark or something. The speaker's not good. It's not good at all. What is this? We're just frozen on an ad now. Yeah, I'm gonna call it YouTube unusable on this device. Let's go and move on to the next tablet. It can't get any worse, right? I feel pain. All right, guys, up next in this bag, I somehow have 2 tablets. The next most expensive in line after the $30 one, though, is this guy here. This one was like 20-something dollars. I guess we can go ahead and open it up since it's already pre-opened for me. You can see we have our very green tablet right on top. What is going on here? We got like a speaker hole down here. Okay. I mean, I kind of like the design of this one. It's very kids-like, I think. Is this even the right tablet? What? It's supposed to be the bought-in Android tablets for kids, and they have like a picture of like a red thing down there, but that doesn't look anything like the tablet I have here. Oh boy. What is this? It's like a dog thing. It's got a kickstand. All right. Oh, there's a stylus and a little USB thingy. Let me just start by taking these peelies off. Oh God. Big one on the back here. Oh, it's really sticking to it. Come on. Oh, God! Ah! I guess we could go in and put on our protective case. All right, it's in its final form. The kickstand just sticks out like that and, like, barely works. It doesn't, like, go out any farther. You just have to, like, bend it out. $20, guys. Let's go ahead and turn it on, see what happens. Is this seriously, like, our boot screen? What's it doing? What is it doing? Oh, Android is starting. That really was the boot screen, like the loading screen for this. Oh, battery's low. Oh, I gotta plug it in. Oh, geez. Oh my God, it's so loud. Guys, I don't know if that came through on the mic, but that is unfathomably loud. How can that be? And first impression, I mean, it is Android, and actually this thing is like kind of smooth and not, wait, what was that? What just happened? It just like moved to the middle for a second. Anyway, it's like not laggy or anything. Also, this thing is just moving all over the place because of the stupid case. I gotta take this thing off. As you guys can see, we have 20 million apps pre-installed, and I don't see any way to have like an app drawer. So this must just be every app on the device. There's like an email button over here. What is this launcher? Can we talk about the fact that it just booted right up and didn't ask for any kind of setup process? Is this thing running a modified version of Android? We'll never know. Honestly, I didn't notice this earlier because it's kind of, they blend into the background, but we got a few other things here. What is this? Allow browser to record video? No. Device's location? No. Why does a browser need all this info? No, do not have access to my stuff. No contacts. Permission denied, you can change them in settings. I'm not giving that crap. That's crazy. Surprisingly, it does have the Play Store somehow. So as much as I don't want to, I guess I can get signed in and see what happens. Before I do that though, I should look at the settings real quick. This looks like Android 9. I was gonna say like 7 or 8. Who knows if that's accurate though? It's a model number Q768. Android security patch level 2016. That's recent enough, right? 37 apps installed. That's a lot of pre-installed stuff. Oh my God. How do I even turn that down? Oh my God, it's on max volume. Well, I'm trying to sign in, it just says checking info. It's been stuck on this screen for a long time. So far, this tablet is like in some way, did you guys see that? We just went down a percentage point while it's plugged in. $20. Oh, a sign-in page finally popped up. Come on, sign in. You can do it. Something went wrong. No! Who knows? If I tried again anyway, it probably wouldn't work. That's why they pre-installed all these apps, I imagine. Does YouTube work? That's such an old YouTube logo. Is this literally opening YouTube in a browser? Contacting Google. This may take a minute. What do they need to know? I'm just opening YouTube. Gotta ask its mom for permission. Guys, we're still going down in percentage. We're down to 8% battery left. Google took too long to respond. Okay. Oh, okay, it opened anyway. We're in a very old version of Chrome. It's slowly opening. Okay, let's see if this works. Come on, you can do it. What are we doing? Why are we still here? Just to suffer? You may disagree. Maybe you just want the tablet for games or something, but in my opinion, if it can't run YouTube, what is the point of even paying the $20 for this stupid thing? Oh, it's slowly loading and oh my God, it's so buggy. Go full screen. It took it like, I don't know, 5 minutes, by the way, to load. I can't even tell what quality it is because the touch isn't even detecting that I'm touching the stupid gear icon in the corner. Oh, I'm gonna lose it. Speakers are so bad. The speakers are so bad. You know, I didn't know it could be done, but this device, it makes me hate everything. It's so bad at everything. Also, we're down to 5% battery life in case you were curious. Let's try some other apps. We have Subway Surf. I mean, it is Subway surfing fairly well, and it's not dropping that many frames. That's kind of shocking. Wait a minute, guys. What is this? Fish Farts Kids. There it is. It's a real game, I guess. Buy fish farts. I'd rather not. The whole idea, you're just tapping fish and then they start zooming. That's it? Okay. Oh yeah, we do have a camera on this thing, so... Oh, there's 2 cameras actually. If I can find the camera, there it is. We can test that out. Hey, this is a more advanced camera app than that other device. Starting with the front, oh God. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is a little better than the $30 tablet, but that's not saying much. Oh my God, the rear cam is so zoomed in. I didn't zoom that in at all. This is just the default level that it was at. If I zoom it in further, you can see it's very high quality. Yeah, guys, I don't know. This thing doesn't seem to, it's barely functional with Google Play services. If it is at all, I can't even tell. It wants to track your kids' info. When you open the browser, it's gonna record their screen or something. It loses power just from being on while plugged in. And I'll remind you, this isn't even the right tablet. It doesn't look anything like the listing. Well, just to make sure it's definitely gonna get worse, I will say again, it can't possibly get any worse, right? Hold on, guys, I was gonna move on from this tablet, but I just saw there's this notification from the Play Store that Panda Care may be harmful. We disabled this app. What does that even mean? Does that confirm there is like suspicious stuff on this stupid kid's tablet? I'm kind of glad I didn't get to sign into my account then. Holy crap. Let's move on to the next tablet. And you guys kind of saw it already. It was also bundled in that box. This bad boy was $9. And I really can't tell from the listing or from the box what exactly we should expect. If you guys can read all this, then maybe that'll tell you something. But I think all I can do is open up the box and see what we find. Oh, the tape is already pre-cut. Very nice, guys. Is it literally, is the tablet just like in there? There's no packaging, no nothing. There it is. Oh, what? Guys, it weighs less than nothing. I don't even know how to convey to you how much nothing this weighs. Oh my God. It takes AAA batteries. Oh my God. Also, this is like a back panel. It's supposed to have like a screw in it to like hold it in, and the screw's just not there. You don't need that. The cheapest plastic I've ever felt in my life. They have like fake buttons up here, a fake thingy. There's a fake thingy here, more fake buttons. I thought this might be like a screen protector or something, but I don't think so. I think we might have literally bought a kid's toy. Let me go find batteries and I'll see if it does anything interesting. All right, guys, I got the batteries in the $9 tablet. I don't have words. It tells you like your ABCs. Oh, there is an English button. Hold on.
Welcome to English Alphabet World.
I had it sitting on the table so it was covering the speaker.
1,
It's so loud. Also, the speaker does not sound like as horrific as you would think, but it's just loud.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, thought I broke it for a second.
Please learn the letter with me.
I don't want to learn the letters with you. You scare me. Oh, wait, there's volume control. I can turn it down. That's better.
1 equals 3. 2 plus 2 equals.
If you didn't figure it out, you push buttons on the device. It plays an audio track. Someone put time and effort into making this. This is some poor soul's life work. I can't. It's just so loud. I tried to reboot it because it was being like weird and frozen, and my brain's overwhelmed, and I'm done with this. But guys, I know what you're thinking. It can't possibly get any worse, right? Well, we're gonna find out because we have one more tablet. This bad boy is $4.77. Let's go ahead and open it up. iPad mini English computer. Okay. Is this the same thing? Is this the same thing we just looked at? No, I think it's a little different. Also, there's supposed to be tape on this side, but it's like already peeling up or it's cut or something. No, it's just like not sticky at all. Okay. Once again, there's no packaging. It's just a cardboard box, and you can just kind of slide the tablet out. This one's a little larger than the last one. That's something. You know, I got the AAAs out of that other one we used, and I'm surprised. This thing uses AA's. It's an upgrade, I think. More power to blast my eardrums with. All right, guys, here we go. I'm gonna turn it on. It's not playing music or screaming at me immediately. Oh, All right, let's start pressing buttons. What? Word mode.
Notebook.
Oh, it tells me the word now. Why does the hamburger make that noise? Why does the hot dog make that noise? Ugh. Asking mode.
Where is the phone?
What?
Where is the telephone?
Telephone.
Where is the top?
What? That's enough. Not repeated instantly. Oh God.
1, 2, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. At least it's saying the right ABC song. You can click this video. I guess it's over here. There's a video where the device had the wrong ABCs. My brain is melted if you can't tell. I can't handle this.
HIJKLMN.
The ABC song she just sang was wrong. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna say it got worse as we got to the cheaper devices. I would definitely say that's the case. Number 6.
Have you guys ever been walking around your local Walmart and noticed they have literally dozens and dozens of different phones for sale? Now, typically it's a bunch of cheap like $20, $30, $40 phones that honestly barely work, but today I looked a little closer and would you look at that, a $200 folding phone from Walmart? So I bought it, here it is, and in this video, we're gonna test it out and see if it's worth $200. Already a much nicer unboxing experience than every other Walmart phone I've ever purchased in my life, and we have do not remove the pre-installed screen protector as it will damage the display. Oh, that's interesting. All right, and popping off, and dude, sure enough, it is a folding phone, which feels just so wrong coming from Walmart in their prepaid phone section when I usually buy like $20, $30, $40 phones, and now I have a $200 phone that's a folding phone, and I guess when they say screen protector, they're talking about this thing that's built into the folding portion, so yeah, I do see how there is a little lip there that you could accidentally pull up and then damage the phone. So that's fine. I'll leave that as is for now. But let's go ahead and take a closer look at this folding phone. And as we all know, folding phones are very intriguing for obvious reasons. They fold and they have a screen on the inside. So the outside of this Motorola Razr has a full-on screen, I believe. We'll take a look at that when we turn it on. Wait, hold on. Is this like a pleather kind of situation here? It's a nice material. I like that. That feels pretty nice. And as I shut this thing, ooh, it's got a nice little pop to it. You hear that? Oh yeah. Don't do that too much or else you'll break your folding phone because it can only fold so much. But guys, let's go ahead and I guess turn this bad boy on and see what happens. Oh, nice. We have 0%. Cool. Let's plug it in.
Later.
Okay, so booting up here, and guys, wait, ThinkShield. What is that down? Wait, that looked like a Lenovo thing. Hold on. What? What was that? Now I'm even more curious what I'm going to see on this phone, but let's go ahead and boot this thing up. And I got to say at first, this thing, it's very long. If you know what I mean. I mean, dude, look how tall this thing is compared to my iPhone 16 Pro. Let's go ahead and start this thing up and sign in and everything and get to our main menu. And as per usual, we have a bunch of options under privacy and security. I'm gonna turn all of those things off, at least if it lets me, and it does. Cool, so that's a nice little bonus there. Okay, so next up, I want our mobile network, which I have a SIM card over here from Straight Talk, which I probably will try to set up later, but let's go ahead and skip that for now and just get into our phone and see what this thing can do without the SIM card. And almost there, but it's forcing us to install the Adobe Scan AI, Fitbit, Google's Find Hub, and Google's Wallet, which I have no option, so all right, sure. And now, of course, we have to experience the Motorola bloatware where we have to put in our email, or maybe we don't have to. Oh, we don't have to, cool, that's nice. Now we got Visible Services LLC. Can I turn that off? Oh my gosh, there's so much setup here. And again, our screen protector alert, okay, yes, protect your Razr. Oh my goodness, can we just get here, please? Okay, so finally booted up and we have some more details here. So we have Hello Moto, Razr tips, personalized, Moto app, Moto account. Let's go just skip all that stuff and get to our home screen, please. Come on. Oh, and here we go with the good old download these apps. So I had this exact same thing on a Dollar General phone from a few weeks ago, and I unchecked all of these, but yet it still downloaded all these apps, and hopefully it doesn't install any of that bloatware. And we should finally, my goodness, we are finally on the home screen. I want to first start here by seeing what is on this thing, what kind of bloatware. And first of all, we have our Google Apps, which is pretty standard. And yet another notification about protecting your Razr by not removing the screen protector. They really want to hammer that home, which is fair, I guess. We also got this My Sites thing. We got Gemini, Play Store, the One Store. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll try that out. Also got Moto. So we have a bunch of Moto bloatware here with our Moto app, Moto Secure, Family Space, Games. Also got One Weather, Swish, and Facebook. So, okay, so this must be like a Straight Talk thing where they, basically if you get a Straight Talk phone, they're gonna install all this bloatware on any Straight Talk phone, which is kind of unfortunate and a little annoying. I wonder if I can delete some of these things, like Swish. Can you even get rid of that yourself? You can disable it and you can force stop, but I don't think you can delete it, which is, that's awesome. Okay, but Facebook you can uninstall. So I guess a certain bloatware they force you to keep on the phone, which is weird, unless maybe you root the phone and you can get rid of those bloatware apps. Let's go ahead and scroll up and see if there's any other bloatware on here I didn't see before. We got Moto AI Core, which I didn't see. Looks like that's updating right now. Also got Moto AI Services, which is updating. Oh yeah, they're adding a ton more Moto bloatware to this thing right now. Yeah, I'll wait for that to download and I'll see what that stuff is. And the funny thing is, you can see it's installing 13 apps, but you can't see what apps because I haven't signed into Google Play. What? I guess I'll go ahead and sign in so I can see those apps. And what in the world, man? Yeah, well, by the time I signed in, the updates are done, so I don't know what updated. But let's go ahead and go back to our apps menu now and see what all the Moto bloatware is here. So we have a few more apps, as you saw. Let me try that Moto AI thing. Where'd that go? Wait, hold on. Oh no, it's doing it again. Dude, oh, I can see it updating. It's nowhere to be found. Okay, so let me start at the top here. You can see in the taskbar, it's not telling me anything about downloading stuff, but you can see here, it's just added a bunch of games. It's added Raid Shadow Legends, it's added Tile Explorer, TikTok, Vita Mahjong, Candy Crush. Those are all, oh, we can see another one just added, Solitaire, I think. 2 versions of Solitaire, actually. I think those are all apps that are on that games list that I said do not install, yet it is installing. What is this? That's messed up.
Well, this bloatware crap is making me think that this is why I'm really glad I installed Graphene OS on my Pixel. Check back in a few weeks. I'll be doing a video on that to take back control of your phone.
But at least it's done now, I guess. But first, let me go back into that Moto AI thing if I can even find it. I don't actually even see it anymore here. Where did that Moto AI thing go, man? I don't know. Let me just click on one of these things. What is Motorola? It looks like news or something. No, it's just something where you put in your email and it's just gonna send you notifications about it that you don't want, probably. Also got Moto Unplugged, a different app, which is find your balance by disconnecting from digital distractions. I don't know if I want to do that, but I guess that's nice. Okay, we also got Moto Secure, another thing I got to sign into. Secure folder, lockdown protection. All right, sure. I don't want that right now. Also got Smart Connect. Man, there's so much Moto stuff on here. I'm done with the Moto stuff. Let me go ahead and just check out this phone. And I got to say that the screen's really nice. Again, it is very long. It's kind of strange, but it still blows my mind that you can fold a phone with a screen and still see the screen. But let's go ahead and flip to the front, which should have a screen on the front as well. And dude, oh, that part right there, that's super sick. I think you can get wallpapers that like utilize these as eyeballs like in the wallpaper, which is pretty sick. I'll show a photo example on screen if I can find one, but let me go ahead and scroll around here and see what you can do. So you can set up your lock screen, your home screen. You've got your three little buttons down there. You can click on our Google Photos and look at that from the outside. I don't have any photos on this thing obviously yet, so I'm gonna pass on that. But I guess you can scroll through here and look at all your apps, maybe, yeah. I can only see some apps here. What is Marble Mayhem? Is that, I didn't see that before. But yeah, I guess we can play games on the outside of our phone, which is kind of sick, to be honest. Like, it's one of those things where, you know, personally, if I've been using a normal iPhone for years and years, like, it's kind of a gimmick functionality to fold my phone down like this and use like this and then also use like that. So I'm personally just going to use my regular iPhone, but it's a cool gimmick, so I appreciate it. And maybe some people like this better than a, you know, iPhone or a regular Samsung or whatever. But it is so interesting to see phone companies make these unique little designs. But let's go ahead and open this thing back up and do some basic tests. Like, we'll start with the camera here, see how the camera looks. And of course, we have our selfie cam inside of the phone itself right here. Let's go ahead and take a photo and okay. Honestly, a little too detailed for me. I can see too many pores on my face, which I'm not quite sure I want to see. Now next up, we'll flip around to the back and take a photo just of my setup here and see how this looks. You got a 0.5 zoom, a 1x, and a 2x. I think the 2x is just a software zoom and the 0.5 is probably a different lens. So yeah, those look fine. Yeah, you can see they're not bad at all for a $200 phone. And I guess if you flip this thing around now this here is cool. Like, you can pull your phone straight out and take a selfie without opening your phone up. Wait, hold on. You can also open the camera by twisting your wrist twice. I love twisting my wrist. Let me do this. Oh, heck yeah. Capture a photo or video, tap anywhere on the screen. Oh, let's go, hype. Bro, I try to tap on the screen, but my thumb is covering the lens. That's gonna be a problem, but all right, let's try my left hand. Yeah, it works. That's pretty nifty, guys. I like that. Let's go ahead and flip this thing back open though and do some more testing. So next up, I'll try out YouTube. YouTube is a classic where we gotta, you know, boot up YouTube, make sure it actually plays, because there's a lot of cheap phones that can't even handle YouTube, which is kind of a non-starter for me. If you can't play YouTube, like, why are you even a phone? Like, come on, man. And as per usual, the first ad that pops up is a TikTok ad. I'm not quite sure why every single time we open YouTube on this channel, we always get a TikTok ad. Like, literally every time. If you've watched this channel before, you know. Let's go ahead and pull up one of our latest videos. Yet another TikTok ad, bro, what? And I'm really curious, so dude, this, the aspect ratio of this screen is so interesting because you can see, first of all, the screen up top where we're watching the video. You've got your title, your comments, and then scrolling down, you can see some more ads and stuff. And the video itself takes up such a small portion of the screen. It's just kind of weird. Let's try rotating this thing, and wow, the rotation actually works. Wow, surprising. You can move in and out as well, and that works perfectly fine. So nice to have a real phone. And you can see we've got some giant black bars on the side. I guess we can zoom in a little bit there and take up the entire phone. So I don't know, that's my biggest thing with the phone so far, is that it's got a very strange aspect ratio. It's so long. Huh? But next up, we got to hop into the Play Store, and we're gonna, let's see, download, the classic Subway Surfers. Make sure we can game a little bit on this thing. Actually, what am I talking about? We already got pre-installed games. Let's use the pre-installed games, see how this thing runs. We'll try out Bubble Shooter, or whatever this thing is called. Yep, Bubble Shooter Relaxing. Ooh, great. Okay, low-key, this is one of those really addicting games, so I'm not surprised they preload this to your phone. Oh, we got hype. Let's go. Victory, boy. But so far so good. The phone is running perfectly fine, which is, $200 phone, like, it's not bad so far. I like this. And I should mention that if you buy this phone straight from Motorola, it's like $400 to $500. So getting it straight talk locked is only $200. And if you lock it on straight talk, I think for 2 months, you can then unlock it and now it's worth double. So I'm just saying, man. But next up, guys, I kind of want to try this straight talk thing and see if I can activate this phone and just see, frankly, what happens. So let me go ahead and plug in this SIM card they gave me, and we'll see what that does. We'll try to set this up next, and actually, I guess while we're in our settings, we might as well go ahead and check our specs on this phone. So as you can see, we got 256 gigs on here, which is not bad for a $200 phone. My iPhone 16 Pro, I bought the lowest version, and it's got 128. So like this thing's got more storage than my iPhone, which is honestly kind of sad. We've also got the 8 gig RAM plus 4 gig of RAM boost. We got all these megapixels on the cameras, which it's megapixels. Like I don't know, it doesn't mean that much these days. It's kind of just lip service. Display is 2640 by 1080 on the inside, and then outside is 1066 by 1056, which is actually, I'd say, pretty solid for this, again, $200 phone. Now, we are on Android 14, which I guess matches up with this phone being a 2024 phone, so that's not too disappointing or out of the ordinary. And you can see down here we are network locked. Let's see what it says when we click on that. Nothing happens. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and try to activate our SIM card here and see if we can do something. Maybe I have to look at my little instructions here. There's activation instructions in this pouch. Let me follow those. Okay, so finally into the plans here, we have a bronze 10 gigabyte, $35 plan. Let's go ahead and select that, I guess, and pay. I accidentally, by the way, put my wrong email address in here and I can't change it, so I haven't verified my email. So like, I have a feeling I'm gonna put my payment info in here and it's gonna like go through and just break forever, but we'll I don't know. We'll try it anyway. Okay, so I think we're done. Put my credit card info in and it says to turn the phone off and back on, and we will see if that gives me service now. Okay, booted back up here. Let's go ahead and see if we have service. Oh, I think we saw something there. Hold on. Let me turn off my Wi-Fi. Okay, well, so far it's showing bars sometimes, and it's trying to give me some, oh, wait. There it is, 4G. We got some Forg. Let's go, hype. Let's run some speed tests here and see if it works. Let's go. We got some completely decent speeds here. We've got 27 down and 8 up, which is, it's whatever. It's fine. It works. It's straight talk. I'm actually surprised that the setup process worked because it was looking kind of sus there for a second. Oh, and wait, hold on. I just booted after I restarted the phone, it gave me the whole mobile services manager thing again with setup complete. What other apps did it install? Please turn on your internet connection to continue. It is on. What? Okay, I don't know if it added any extra, wait, Toon Blast and Temu. Were those there before? I don't think they were. It just downloaded some more stuff. Number math, what? Just gave me more stuff out of nowhere. Bro, it said it was done and then nope, it wasn't done. That's really killing my vibe here, man. Well, you know what, guys? Color me impressed. A Walmart phone that actually works and doesn't crash immediately as you boot it up. So I'll take it, man. Let me know what you think about the 2024 Motorola Razr phone from Walmart, if you think it's good.
Number 5. I bought the cheapest smartphone from Walmart, and in this video, we'll open it up, test it out, and see if it's any good. So I did another video going over this phone from Walmart. This is a straight talk wireless phone. It was a Moto G Play. I found this at Walmart again. I said in the video, I think it was $40. They had it for $45 now. This guy was a solid $29.99. Incredible. So we're gonna try and see how much worse this is for like the $10 savings, and if it's a real smartphone with Android this time. I don't know. We're getting close to the line where that might not be a possibility, but we'll find out. Let's open it up. Oh, I was gonna take it out, but I guess I should actually look at the box real quick. The front just says Family Mobile, which is interesting. I guess that's Walmart's brand of prepaid phones. And then in terms of like what phone it actually is, it just says it's a Blue View 5. I'm gonna have to look up what exactly that is. It looks very similar to the Moto G Play, but I don't think it's exactly the same. And then there's some tech specs here. The sides don't really have anything going on. And then the back just has a few more specs. All right, but finally sliding the phone out of here. Alrighty, got the same old plastic cover on top, and then our phone is right on the top of it. Nice. I like that the phone has this like fake home screen on the front. It's very interesting. We'll take a closer look in a second at that. What else is in here? Look at that, we have an actual charger with a brick. Incredible. $1,400 whatever iPhone Pros don't come with a brick. Walmart knows how to treat you right. And there's just a bunch of manuals and a SIM card removal tool, so nothing else special. Let's start by taking this thing off. That is so weird. Cool though, I don't know. And we got this sticker obnoxiously placed on the back of the phone. Is this gonna come off cleanly, or is it gonna like leave a mark or something? Jeez. Oh, and it left a little goober. Oh man. And then you got your two big old cameras. I don't think they need to be that large, honestly, but they do in fact both look like cameras. And then other than that, first impressions, it looks really similar to the G Play. Let me get it out real quick. All right, so on the front, I mean, if you didn't know any better, I don't think you'd even be able to tell which is which, to be honest. Flipping over to the bottom of the phone, you can tell that the G Play is on the right because it's blue, but I mean, other than that, this looks identical. The sides look the same, the top, almost exactly the same. There's like a little bit of like a difference in where that mic hole is or antenna. I assume that would be like your data antenna or whatever. And then the headphone jack placement is like a little different, but other than that, it's exactly the same. And then the back, it's quite different. It actually does look like, this is why I brought up, the fact this looks like it actually has two cameras, because this phone, it has one camera, and then this one's just pretending to be a camera. It's actually your flash. And then the layout is actually quite a bit different. But for the most part, I could believe that Motorola made this phone. They just called it the Blue phone or whatever. I have to look up this phone. Hold on. The name Blue stands for bold like us. Oh my gosh. Blue rebrands low-cost mobile phones manufactured by Chinese ODMs such as Kubi, Kiku, Joni, Doogie. That can't be real. Oh man, I need to get a Doogie phone. Okay, so they rebrand other people's phones, but did they do the LG? I gotta figure this out. Due to hidden spyware, reviewers have advised against Blue phones despite their low prices. Oh, that's not a good sign. Okay, they seem relatively controversial and not really well liked. They're like a private company, so they're not like owned by Motorola or whatever. But their whole thing is taking other phones and they're making skins for them, like copies of the clones essentially. So it doesn't surprise me too much that it's gonna look a lot like another phone, but weird. What a weird company. Okay, anyway. Oh my God, this thing is so slow immediately. Hold on. It's like not responding to me. Oh, geez. Switching the carrier, please wait. What did I do? Dude, that took like actually 5 seconds to open up the keyboard. That is not a good sign. It said getting the phone ready would take a few minutes. It's certainly been a few minutes. Someday we'll get to the home screen. Guys, I swear, it's been like 10 minutes. I've just been setting this phone up. I haven't seen a home screen. I just have been looking at loading wheels. Oh my gosh. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Oh, wow. Look at that. We actually got to use the device. Is it working? Oh, there it goes. You had to give it a second. Jeez. Guys, look at that. How is it that slow? What? What is this default notification sound? Blue message 3 and 4. There's a 2 there's a 2 as well, but there's no 1. Okay, hold up. Oh! Why does it sound like they ripped that sound effect from like a LimeWire? It sounds so bad. Oh! Taco Bell's here. All right, next up, I gotta check out these cameras. They're just so weird. Like, why are they so tiny inside of these giant lenses or whatever? We'll see what it does. All right, we got the back cameras first. All right, I took a photo with the rear camera. I would say it's fine. In fact, it's mostly not bad. It actually got like a decent amount of detail, and the colors aren't like the worst thing ever. It mostly doesn't look great because the screen doesn't get that bright, but it's not bad. I'm somewhat impressed, actually. I do want to check though, like, usually when you got two cameras like this, one of them is for your normal distance, and then one will be like a super distance, or one will be like a wide angle lens. So I want to see if I can actually get it to swap cameras. Oh wait, hold up. It has a super macro option here, so that actually will select the bottom lens here. So you can see I'm covering up the top one, but you can still see out. So that actually is a functional camera. Is it any good? Let's find out. Okay, so it does not seem to have any kind of focus in this lens. So as you can see, I tried to take a somewhat similar looking photo to the last one I took, but it's completely out of focus. It looks horrible. However, if I get kind of close up on an object, you can see it does an okay job. So it's a lens that is literally only for taking macro shots. Let's try out the front-facing camera. Not bad. It had a hard time focusing, but that's all right. That's all right. It doesn't look too horrible. It captured all my disgusting pores. All right, now I'm taking a video with the front-facing camera. I wouldn't say it's too bad. There's a lot of sharpening happening and a lot of things going on to try to bump the image quality up a bit, but I don't know. I've seen worse. God, this makes me look horrible. Ugh. To put that in the video. And now I'm taking a video with the back camera, and I mean, again, it's fine. It's slow. The frames seem to be dropping all over the place, but in terms of detail and color and image quality and stuff, I don't know. I've seen a lot worse than this. Also, the phone is getting very warm. It is really working hard to get those photos out for me. All right, I want to download some apps on this thing, but before we do that, I'm going to see what version of Android we're on. All right, looks like Android version 14, so cool. That's surprising, actually. Oh, looks like it also has some like pre-installed apps, which is fine. What is Swish? Looks like a homepage kind of thing. It's got news and the weather and more news and videos and news and sports, so a bunch of crap. Okay. Device pulse. What is that? Just telling you like some info about the phone? Isn't this just like the normal stuff you can find in the about page? RAM status unavailable. Oh no. Also, I just realized this, but I didn't see a SIM card in the box. I think the G Play had the SIM card pre-installed, so I assume this is the same kind of situation, but let's find out real quick. Yep, there is a little SIM card pre-installed, so that's something. You can also see we have an SD card slot holder. Also, Pandora just showed up on my home screen. I don't know if you saw that. Where did that come from? It doesn't say it's downloading anything. It's just doing stuff without telling me, apparently. Okay, in order to activate the phone, you gotta go to the website and you follow some steps and then you activate the phone that way using like your device's EMEI or whatever it's called number. So I guess I could go through and do that if I wanted to, but I don't because it's gonna be very expensive. That's the situation. For some people in some situations, I could see these prepaid phones being very useful. But for most people who actually need a phone they use to use like all the time, I really feel like just buying like a pretty decent used unlocked phone and then just getting a cheap service plan of some kind, like, I don't know, what's the one with the actor guy? That one's somewhat cheap, right? Stumble Guys, yo! Okay, it really is full Android because I have full access to the one and only game of the year 2022 or whatever it was, Stumble Guys. What is happening here? It's like halfway doing something. What? Is it trying to run and that's like the max FPS I could do? What? There's no way, right? Alrighty, so I actually got the Moto G Play out here for a comparison, and there's a few things I noticed. This phone is much faster. It's not amazing, but it got going in the game like 5 times faster. It's crazy. Also, you can see that the fronts of the phones are more different than I expected, actually. I think this is just like a newer-ish kind of Motorola model where they did this hole punch display instead of this curvy downy thingy, but actually the bezels are relatively similar, and the screen quality, it's close, but the Moto G Play is definitely that little bit brighter, a little bit sharper to the eye. But in terms of performance, let's find out. I'm gonna hit play and we're just gonna see what happens. All right, there's no question. This is a way faster phone. Holy crap. We're playing on the Moto G Play before this one even gets started loading. Okay, we're still dropping many a frame on the Moto G Play. I'm not super impressed, but it's we're in the game already. Oh, and it crashed. Is that the fault of the game or the phone? I don't even know. Hold up, look at this. Bro, wait. Oh my gosh, holy crap. I can't even, go. Run, you idiot. Go. You can't do it. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. He's going, he's doing it. I'm just gonna have to mash. I have no control of this situation. All right, that's enough of that. Oh my God, I can't even go home. Please, let me out of this nightmare. Oh, there it goes. Okay, jeez. Wow, that was bad. That was way worse than I thought it would be. All right, last thing I want to do with this phone, I want to open up YouTube. So we got a nice taste of the sound earlier, I guess, but I want to hear what an actual YouTube video sounds like.
Guys, welcome to another episode of Too Many Phones.
Guys.
I got a bunch of phones over here charging up.
This is horrible. I mean, it's bad. It can't even handle, it's like dropping frames playing a 720p video. The speaker is awful. Hold on, I'm gonna play through the speaker of the Moto G Play, just for comparison.
How about a box of untested phones from Goodwill?
Yeah, I mean, the sound is really good, actually. If I remember correct, so that's right, I forgot about this. There's sound that actually comes out of the top speaker. That's the main difference, and the top speaker is quite good. I'm also playing back in 1080p, and it's having no problems at all. It's a little stuttery. It's not a perfect experience, but it's $15 more, and it's like, I'm telling you, like 5 times more of a phone. It's super worth it. Super worth it to get the Moto G Play over this piece of crap. But yeah, I don't recommend this phone, this Blue View 5. It's not great, but please let me know down in the comments if there's another prepaid phone I should buy that you think will be interesting. Keep it to smartphones. I know there's still flip phones or whatever, but the smartphones I find to be most interesting. Either way though, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Number 4. So you're finally gonna do it. This Christmas, you'll be asking mom and dad for a new gaming PC, complete with RGBs. Well, have I got just the pre-Black Friday deal for you? Oh, a gaming PC from Walmart that has accessories as well for just $230. Let's go ahead and see what's inside. Okay, right on top, as you guys can see, this is a monitor. That's right, $230, and this thing includes an entire PC, a keyboard and mouse, ooh, and a monitor to use as well. What in the world is going on at Walmart? This is value. What could possibly go wrong? All right, guys, I got the PC out here, and Oh my God, what is this? I think this is just a normal, like, Dell Optiplex PC. Yep, Optiplex 3050. And they put some gamer decals on the front here. That's amazing, actually. What's going on with the back of this computer? Okay, we have HDMI, DisplayPort. It looks like there used to be something here, but it's not there anymore. It's kind of weird this thing has HDMI because this bundle also came with these cables here. There's a VGA cable and like a little VGA to HDMI, or DisplayPort rather, adapter. Let's look at our monitor here, see if this supports HDMI. By the way, look at this thing. Look at how it arrived to us. This looks straight out of a Goodwill. Insane. Anyway, let's flip her over. Oh, yep, look at that. We got VGA and DVI. No HDMI at all on this monitor. That's insane. Here's the mouse. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It weighs nothing. Actually, that's kind of a good thing when it comes to mice. This is a competitive gamer mouse. Ooh. I'm free. Did you guys see that? One of the keys fell off the keyboard. Will this just like stick back on there? Oh, God, that was violent, but okay. It's staying on. Now, guys, I want to take a second and go over the Walmart.com listing, because so far you might not believe that you can buy this on their website. But here it is. It's out of stock currently. It's also cheaper than what we bought it for. But look at this image. Look at the amount of RGBs going on. Also, I was taking a look at this photo, and like, I can't tell if this is like AI upscaled or if it's just a straight up AI generated image. And also some of the photos show like a little controller here. That's a DualSense Edge. The DualSense Edge costs more money than this entire PC. That's false advertising. And we got these little speakers. Where are my speakers? We didn't get speakers. But here's the part I really want to go over. This listing has 454 ratings. Wow, not worth it. Terrible. It stopped working. Broke monitor. Oh, here we go. We got some photos. That's not even the same monitor. Is this company just grabbing any old cheap monitor they can find on Facebook Marketplace and they're sending them out to people from Walmart.com? The front of the PC looks the same though. Even though it's refurbished, it won't run Windows 11. Yeah, that's an important detail. You can see up here in the title, it says Windows 10 Pro refurbished. Windows 10 is no longer supported at all. So that's like immediately a sketchy listing. Why is Walmart allowing companies to sell PCs like this on their website? But you know what? I am impressed that I think we did get everything we were supposed to in the listing. That's assuming any of this actually works. Let's plug it in and see what happens. All right, guys, we're going for the classic TV camera so you guys can experience the high quality of this monitor. All right, power button's down here. Let's see what happens when I turn that on. We have a blue light. It's turning on. Okay. It's already doing better than I thought it might. No signal. Okay, that's all right. Let's go ahead and boot up the PC. Make sure we get our RGBs. Oh, baby, look at all those RGBs. Those are going wild. Actually, now that I take a closer look at it, it looks like this is like a whole RGB piece that's like glued onto the front of the computer. And wow, those are really bright. Oh, look at that. We're already signed into a user profile. Okay. Yeah, that's not weird at all. Look at all these viruses that may or may not be legit programs. I don't know. But hey, you know what? This booted right up to a desktop. The monitor's working. I mean, it looks like a cheap monitor, but it's functional. Look, for $230, I'm taking what I can get, you know? Oh, and this is actually a 1080p screen. That's really surprising since we don't have HDMI. But as you can see, we do indeed have Windows 10 Pro. So as of a few weeks ago, this computer is no longer receiving security updates from Microsoft. So now all the crypto hackers can install some malware on your kid's Minecraft PC. Brilliant. Anyway, should I trust these programs here? Let's just open LibreOffice. I don't know, man. Okay, this does indeed open the program. Who knows what else that installed, but here it is. All right, let's open up Firefox. Is this really gonna be Firefox? I hope so. What is this? Server not found. Well, that makes sense. We haven't actually connected to Wi-Fi yet. Mostly because I'm afraid what happens if I do, but oh, we're gonna give it a shot. We'll see what happens. Oh, nice. This little adapter doesn't support 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi since our network is not showing up. You'll love to see it. Where did that noise come from? Who knows? I connected to the Wi-Fi though. Looks like it's doing things. Let's test that again. Speakers, headphones. That's coming from a speaker inside the computer. You'd think it'd be coming from the monitor, but nope. Oh yeah, the monitor doesn't even show up as like an audio interface at all. Let's see here. Any other questionable softwares we should look at? Firefox, Chrome, LibreOffice. What is this? This literally just popped up. Intel Optane. Other than that, it looks like mostly normal Windows stuff. Let's check out our storage situation here. We should have 500 gigs, and we do. We're missing like 50 gigs though, so what's taking up all our storage? A large chunk of that's probably just Windows itself. In terms of programs on the computer, I'm only seeing like 5 or 6 gigs altogether. That's probably the apps we see here, along with whatever pre-installed stuff's on the computer. There's not much in the users folder either, which means there's not a lot in like our documents and downloads and stuff. Yeah, it looks like a majority. I'm seeing the Windows folder just climb up and up and up. It looks like a majority of that file size is just Windows. Either way, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing installed with Steam and some games and some other things that we can use to test if it's really a gaming PC. All right, guys, we have some premium gaming experiences installed, or really just one experience, the only one that matters. But first, I do want to show you guys something. We're running an internet speed test here. Now, I ended up plugging Ethernet in because the Wi-Fi was so bad on this PC. In fact, even the Ethernet is not really taking full advantage of our gigabit internet like it should, but 727 is fine. Why is the upload speed so slow? Whatever. But let me show you guys what it was looking like with Wi-Fi. I'm trying to turn Wi-Fi back on, but it doesn't want to do anything. Okay, I guess I can go to settings. Clicked on Wi-Fi, it's having trouble. Should I unplug the thingy and plug it back in? Plug it into the front this time, see what happens. Hey, it connected, amazing. That was weird. Oh yeah, 26 megabit per second. Oh, it's getting up to 30, incredible. But yeah, as you can see, this Wi-Fi thing is very jank at best. I guess it's nice it comes with it at all, but you're basically gonna be forced to use Ethernet no matter what, so I don't really even know if it was worth it. All right, next thing I wanna do here, I wanna run a Cinebench thing and just see what it does. And actually, we can look through the system specs real quick. Looks like this thing has an i5-6500 CPU. It's a 4-core, so hey, that's, I don't know, I'm looking for any reason this might be decent. 8 gigs of RAM, plenty, it's fine. It does have a 500 gig SSD. We saw this earlier, and so far, general usage around the desktop is totally fine on this PC. And then, ooh, in this gaming PC, we do not have a dedicated GPU. Intel HD Graphics 530. All right, let's just start our, let's do single core. Most of the time when we get these cheap PCs, from Walmart or wherever else, honestly, these don't even run, it'll just error out immediately, but it does look like it's doing things. Oh, I'm judging a little too soon. But yeah, so far this is not as bad as the worst we've seen from Walmart, which is a $300 PC that came with parts from 2012. And it didn't include a monitor, so that's, yeah.
One eternity later.
Oh my gosh, after 20 years, it's finally done, and it got 927 points. I think that's very bad, but you guys will have to let me know. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's move on to the one and only game we need. So if you're a kid and you're looking for a gaming PC, what's the one game you care about? It's Fortnite. And if this thing is not powerful enough to run Fortnite, then what is the point of its existence? I don't know. We're gonna find out together. It's not looking too promising so far. I mean, this looks pretty bad. The frames are real low. It does look like it's trying to load into a game though, so that's something. Oh my. Oh, it's struggling. Oh no. Whoa, what was that? Oh baby, we're not getting all that many frames today. Now, what kind of settings are we looking at? 1080p, legacy performance, that sounds good. It's automatically going for as performance mode as it can. Yeah. Show me the performance. Show me how bad it is. 15 FPS as we're gliding down. That's incredible. Really bad. Yeah. I'll blame the PC for that one, yeah.
Skill issue.
Considering that we were, I don't know, sub 30 FPS in that whole experience there, I'm gonna say this is not good enough for Fortnite, which means that it's not good enough for any kid out there to get for Christmas. But guys, what I wanna do next, I wanna open up this door right here, take a look inside this thing and see if this is indeed just a normal looking Dell machine. I'm pretty sure it is. Also, what are these? I just noticed these little parrots on the top of our monitor here. Why? Who put those there? All right, I'm sliding the top of the PC off. And on the inside, we don't have any RGBs going on. If you saw our last video where we covered basically the same thing, a Dell PC that they turned into a gaming PC. That one actually had a bunch of RGB strips like glued on the inside. All of the RGB situation is just glued to the front, which in my opinion is even lazier. But as you can see, we have this cable here that I believe is coming through the front part of the case here. And they got some like wild like shrink wrap situation that's like plugged into a power port. It's actually like a little splitter. Part of it's going to the SSD, part of it's going to the lights here, and then I guess that's somehow connecting to the power supply here. But yeah, I think that's really all they did. They grabbed an off-the-shelf SSD from Micron. Is this one refurbished? As far as I can tell, it is not refurbished. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that was in that $300 Walmart PC. They put refurbished hard drives in those. Like, that's insane. So while this is pretty boring on the inside, I can't really complain. It has an SSD at all. That's a massive upgrade over what we've seen in the past from Walmart. Number 3.
Guys, you can find all kinds of phones at Walmart, anything from cheap $20 flip phones to iPhones for a few $100s. But did you know Walmart actually has its own mobile plan for certain devices? Well, I bought a cheap $40 phone from Walmart that's apparently locked to this Walmart family mobile service, and in this video, we're gonna test it out and see if it's any good. Now, they have these in stores, but I did buy mine online, and you can see here, it's actually just like it's straight up branded as Walmart family mobile. Hold on. My box is not sealed. Is this thing used? You can see the tape was removed right there, and just the seal was stuck to the inside of the box. Wow, that's not a great start. But pulling it out, we got all the standard stuff here, and yeah, wow, yeah, this phone definitely has some marks on it and stuff. There's straight up, wow, there's straight up a fingerprint right there. There's no way. way, dude. There's like slight marks and fingerprints all over it. Somebody used this phone, returned it, and then there's another one right there, and sent it back out to me. You gotta be kidding me. What a start here. So as you saw, it's a TCL K33 5G with an almost 7-inch display, 13 megapixel camera, 34 hours of battery life, which means nothing. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn it on and see what happens. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed that there was a little piece of dust under the screen film. So it's almost like somebody took the screen film off and put it back on. Also, Verizon? Does this Walmart service run on for Verizon? I guess it's not too surprising, but that's interesting. All right, finally booted and we got a little welcome screen here. Let's go ahead and get this thing started and set up. Okay, and the first thing it pops up with is this app update service statement. I almost feel like this is one of those things related to the app bloatware that comes preloaded on a lot of these cheap phones. I wonder if I can turn it off and continue forward. I can. Okay, that's, no, what? Trouble activating your device, excuse me? Are you telling me I can't use this phone at all? It won't even let me turn this phone on unless it's activated, but how do I activate it without turning the phone on? Oh my gosh. We have a little booklet here saying Walmart Family Mobile start here, so let me go ahead and just try to activate this from a different device, and maybe that'll let me boot this thing up. Okay, well I got signed in and it's asking me for plans now. We have this option, this is the cheapest option here, 1988, you get 4 gigs of data, 4G LTE and 5G compatible, talk and text, mobile hotspot. Yeah, let's go ahead and select this one and sign up for it. Okay, well I think I'm activated now. Let's go ahead and turn this phone off and back on and see if it works. Okay, back to the welcome screen. Let's get started. We'll keep that on just in case. I agree, and there we go. Nice, it's set up. We got a phone number and everything. And yeah, let's go ahead and click next and set this thing up. Oh, and hey, this phone's got 5 gig Wi-Fi. Hey, that's a nice little bonus. A lot of times these cheap phones don't have that. Okay, and in setting this thing up, there is a fingerprint reader. Let me see if I can figure out where it's at. And of course, it's on the power button here, so let's go ahead and set that up. Okay, got that set up. There's also apparently face unlock. Let me set that up as well. I got a little peek at that camera there with the selfie, and it's not great, which we'll find out here, and we'll just see how that looks in just a second here. And here we are again. What is this, man? There's so many, such a big mixture of crap now. So we got Walmart Family Mobile, we got TracFone, we got Verizon, all somehow intertwined and interlooped here. We got this TracFone device pulse thing. Sure, let's leave it all on. Why not? TracFone Wireless, a Verizon company. So it's Walmart Mobile, a TracFone company, TracFone, a Verizon company. Oh my goodness, finally we are booted up here to the home screen. We got it set up, and let's go ahead and boot this brightness up so we can actually see it. Wow, that's the first thing I gotta say. The max brightness is, oof, it's not great. I mean, looking straight on, the brightness is not bad for max, but once you go outside, it's gonna be bad. And also the viewing angles are really crappy. But, you know, not surprising for this price of a phone, but just something to point out here. Now, I'm really curious what kind of apps are preloaded on this phone, because usually there's a ton of bloatware, and I imagine Walmart Mobile is not any different. Maybe there's some preloaded Walmart apps. I don't know, but let's go ahead and it just moved for me. Okay, let's go ahead and check. So first of all, we have My Hub, One Store, Assistant, Play Store, Google. We got My Account, which I think is a Walmart Family Mobile app right there. Also the One Weather, Swish, Daily, Facebook, Device Pulse. I feel like I've seen most of the, I've seen more on the fourth page here. You got more stuff under Media, Productivity, Tools. I feel like I've seen a lot of this stuff on a lot of cheap phones from Walmart, to be honest. And dude, this Device Pulse thing never stops beeping. I've seen it before on previous phones from Dollar General and stuff like that. So annoying. But I guess we can see some details here. So you can see our device is a TCL T513V, which is, I guess, an alternate name for a TCL K33. Phone names, man. But anyways, back to the apps. Let's check out all the apps in the app drawer here. And honestly, not too bad. You get a little bit of bloatware from this like My Hub, One Store, and I think the Swish and stuff there, but honestly, it's not horrible. Mostly just Google apps. But all right, let's hop into our settings first and check that out and see what kind of specs we got on this phone, if I can find my settings. Hello. So first, as we saw, we got 64 gigs total. Now 21 is already taken up here, which is a little strange. Android 15 is taking up 16 gigs. Jeez, man. And I guess that answers the question about what Android version we're on. I guess we're on 15 dot something. Let's go ahead and check that out. Okay, so here we go. We got Android 15. We got a MediaTek Dimensity 6300 CPU. Let me look that up real quick and see what kind of specs are on that bad boy. It actually appears to only be like a year and a half old at this point, so not too bad there. We got 4+4 gig for RAM. We got 64 gigs of storage, 5,000 milliamp hours for battery, that's not bad, honestly. Our display, wow, our display is 90 hertz. Okay, I mean, you can kind of see it from when you scroll through. You can't see it on camera because it's in 30 FPS, but I can see it here with my eyes, my own 2 eyes looking at it.
I have special eyes.
It's pretty fast. But our display resolution is not the best, 720 by 1600, but also not surprising. And of course, got our cameras right there. So next up, let's go ahead and try out our cameras, see how those work. And I gotta say it for, oh no, here we go. Here comes the bloatware. Oh man, we got TikTok and Solitaire just downloaded from somewhere. I don't know where. There's Mahjong. Block Blast, Candy Crush Saga, Tile Explorer, Temu, Pinterest, Toon Blast. They just keep popping up. This is like a thing on all of these super cheap phones from like Walmart and Family General, Dollar General, whatever it's called. All these places just somehow install all these random games and apps. And I don't think you can just like, there's nowhere on here that just says like, yes, disable all these apps. You hop into apps and it just shows you, it's just standard Android stuff. And it keeps going. Word trip, what is that? Pandora, Bubble shooter. Wow, this might be the most I've ever seen. Now, can we delete these? I would assume so. Yeah, you can remove it. No, it's just down here now. Okay, can I uninstall it? Okay, you can uninstall it. Okay, that's good, but like, just why, man? But anyways, let's hop back into the camera while that's just doing some stuff in the background. We'll do the selfie cam here first. I mean, honestly, that's not a very flattering photo, but that's just because of my face. It's not a bad picture though. $40 phone, man. Can't complain about that. Okay, actually, ooh, man, the back camera. This is pretty bad. Oh, you know what? Once you take the photo and go into the camera roll, it's actually a little bit better than it was in the camera viewfinder itself. Still not great, but yeah, it's actually better than I thought it would be. It's also a 2x zoom. Let me go ahead and zoom on some consoles on my shelf. And yeah, honestly, like that's not horrible. That's acceptable. We'll just hop into our Chrome browser, do a little speed test here, and see what kind of speeds we're seeing out of the antennas inside of this phone. I should also point out that in typical cheap phone fashion, the vibration is really rough. Like it's just like one long vibration. It's very annoying. It's not the end of the world. But I was going to run a speed test. I'm kind of curious on the speeds here because yeah, not bad. Over 5 gig Wi-Fi. I'll actually try the exact same speed test on my iPhone 16 Pro here and see what I get. Yeah, so over 5 gig Wi-Fi, you can see I got 218 down, 194 up on the Walmart phone, and then about double that on both download and upload on my iPhone 16 Pro. Not a huge deal. This is still probably plenty fast for what you'd be using this phone for, but just something to point out there. Oh, and here's the mobile services manager that I guess installed all those apps without telling me. Let me see what this says now. Yeah, there they are. It installed all these apps for me. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I just press OK, and there's no other option. It's just gone now. But next up, guys, I want to hop into YouTube, which I think is pre-downloaded here, and see how it works. That's a pretty good litmus test of honestly phones in general. If they can't play a YouTube video, then they shouldn't exist. So let's try this out. Go to our channel here and see how it runs. Got a recent video where we got some phones from whatnot. Okay, it immediately loads the video. Let me go ahead and scrub through it and see how fast it'll load here. No, I didn't press that. Also, what was that? Anyways, let's go ahead and scrub through. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of buffering here. Not bad. It was working well, but now it just has frozen. There I go. I guess just needed an extra minute or so, and now it's for the most part fine. Honestly, this is light years better than most $40 phones I get. And honestly, just scrolling back and forth on this phone, going through different apps and everything, the performance is perfectly fine. Again, usually on phones this cheap, they just like lag all the time. They're doing stuff in the background. They're bad. But hey, man, I'm satisfied so far. Now next I'll hop into one of these downloaded games and test it out and see how it runs. And then we'll test out the actual Walmart family mobile service and just see how performance is on that. So let's go ahead and just pull one of these up. We'll try, I don't know, Dice Streams? What is this? They all seem like games that should run perfectly fine, but you know, we'll find out. And I should mention this phone actually did not force me to sign into Google, so I haven't even signed into Google at all yet. And we have all the apps and stuff you really need already downloaded, which is kind of nice. Okay, yeah, it runs perfectly fine so far. It's basically one of those games where you get coins and you like build stuff. I'm not surprised it's running fine. Yay, wait, what did I just earn? I don't know. Let's go back. Oh, and now Dice Stream is gonna notify us like every 5 minutes to finish some stuff. Nice. So yeah, I mean, so far this phone passes all the basic tests. Let's go ahead and try out our family mobile service. I'll turn off Wi-Fi and connect to just our service here. We got 4G LTE, as you can see in the top corner. Actually, just changed to 5G. Let's go ahead and just start with a speed test and see how that runs. Okay, so 2 speed tests here. First of all, on the Walmart mobile, we did have 5G service when this thing ran, and we had 24 down and 8 up. Then on my personal phone, we had Verizon again. We have 5G ultra wideband though, and 42 down, 18 up. So clearly, the Walmart mobile is not using as many bands, or they're throttling our speeds, or something, maybe both, which could be attributed to both the phone itself not supporting those additional bands, or maybe it's just Walmart mobile. They only let you transmit on certain bands, which is not surprising because it is like a smaller thing under Verizon, and you pay a whole lot less. So any or all above, I think, are feasible. And okay, my phone just locked and turned back on. And what is this? This came out of nowhere. I guess I'll accept it because why not? Oh, ooh, this phone has ads on the home screen. Hold on. It's also giving me an update required thing now, dude. There's no way. Can I turn this off? There's no way they're throwing ads on the lock screen here, right? And yeah, under lock screen settings, I don't see anything to turn off those ads unless maybe you turn off all notifications, which obviously you don't really want to do in most cases. I just took this phone from like an 8 out of 10 for $40 to like a 3 out of 10. You're gonna pull this bad boy out of your pocket and accidentally click Tubi, and then you're pulling up ads, and like, I get it, ads are fine in most cases, but like having an ad on your lock screen is that's kind of wild for a phone you paid for. But I also want to make a phone call here and see if phone calls work here. So let's go ahead and try that. Grandma phone. Okay, it is connected here. I'm kind of curious though if we can get a handover to Wi-Fi here. Let me turn Wi-Fi on. So now we have Wi-Fi on. We should be on Wi-Fi now. Let's go ahead and turn off our cell service and see if it keeps going. And yeah, I'm still talking. It seems to have handed over to Wi-Fi just fine here. Okay, nice. Now it's asking for this on the lock screen. Gotta be kidding me, man. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.
Number 2.
Man, Walmart sells phones for cheap. We're talking $30 Blue phones and $40 Motorola phones, but what you might not expect is that Walmart even sells Samsung Galaxies and iPhones for cheaper than they should be. So of course I bought a couple, and in this video, we'll test them out to see what's going on. So one they shipped to me, and the other one they literally had a Walmart employee just like hand deliver it to my office, which was interesting. Well, let's start with the one in the box. Also, I just noticed it came with tamper-evident tape that has been tampered with and taped. What? But all right, here's the phone, and the first one we're starting with is a cheaper Samsung Galaxy. Now, for reference, this one's like a good 35% cheaper than what they sell for on eBay. So not crazy cheap, but like cheaper than it should be. And also the iPhone, that was $100 off. We'll get to that one here, but you can see it's a straight talk locked phone. All right, so here's the phone. It does look brand new despite the tape on the outside of the box. And what I'm curious about is what Walmart did to this phone. Like, is there a ton of bloatware? Did they add some interesting features to it? I don't know, but let's turn it on and find out. Okay, so phone booted up, and the first thing it asked for is me to agree to just a ton of stuff from Samsung. Yeah, we'll sign our life away. There you go. And it just turned itself off when I was selecting Wi-Fi. That's cool. And here we go. In the setup here, we got Verizon Value Incorporated, which I think relates to the fact that this thing is a straight talk phone, and now it's going to start throwing some bloatware and stuff on this phone, I would assume. But let's go ahead and I guess we'll accept this stuff just because why not? We'll see what happens. And while we're setting up, it says recommended apps, and it wants us to install all of these apps when we're connected to Wi-Fi. So it's a bunch of just Samsung stuff. We'll say sure, why not? Just the standard Samsung apps, which I think are fine for the most part. And so first thing I see is, of course, all of our just standard Google apps, which is fine. We see some Microsoft apps, which is interesting. Don't see that all that often. We also, here it is. Okay, we got this entertain little section here. We have One Weather, Device Pulse, and My Sites, which seem to pop up on all Straight Talk devices and Track Phone. It's really a cheap phone kind of app drawer right there. Now, guys, I gotta mention this. I don't know if it's a phone thing or a back end thing, but these apps are installing insanely slow. I'm on 5 gig Wi-Fi and it's installed 4 of the 16 apps here. What is taking so long for these basic apps?
2,000 years later.
Finally, it's done, I think. We have all our applications installed. So let's go ahead and start exploring this phone, see what else is on it, and see if it installed any more bloatware here. Glance, what is that? I expected this kind of stuff comes with Straight Talk usually, but what the heck is Glance? AI lock screen for Samsung. Okay, so it's a Samsung thing. I don't want that. Go away. There's a little pull down bar, but it doesn't work. That's annoying. But guys, let's hop right into doing some standard tests here. So first of all, I'll hop into Chrome and we'll do a speed test. You know what? 200 down and 200 up is not bad at all on a $40 device. Usually these things we're looking at like under 100 megabits per second, so that's very solid. Okay, I like that. Now how about the cameras? You know, Samsungs are known for good cameras, so we'll see what this looks like here. Completely fine for a $40 phone for a selfie cam. Back cam's also pretty solid. It was a little bit slow taking photos, but again, $40. And of course, got to test out YouTube, make sure it runs smoothly. Usually these super cheap phones do not, but you know, we'll see. Search up some smoking that silicon, boy. Let's see what we can find here. Smoking silico, actually. And of course, the first ad here is TikTok. Every time, bro. Every time. All right, let's click on one of our latest videos here. What do you know? Another TikTok ad.
What?
All right, and going horizontal is fine. Going back this way is fine. Pause. We can scrub through perfectly fine. Yeah, works great. Wait a second. I was about to sing the praises for this phone. $40, Samsung, pretty smooth, all things considered. Good performance, not much bloatware other than the standard Samsung stuff. But I saw a little app down here for a game. Did I? Oh no. No, dude. Here it is. I thought we had finally gotten a good phone where we don't have to deal with Vita Mahjong, Solitaire, TikTok, and random other games and apps downloading. Here we are, guys, downloading bloatware, and you can't even see where it's coming from because the notification bar shows nothing. You just know nothing. Like, I didn't even know it was installing until I saw the thing on the bottom. Like, are you kidding me? The good thing, though, is you can usually uninstall these things, like uninstall, and yeah, there it goes. Now, guys, just because they downloaded some games for me, I'm going to go ahead and test the game out before we move on to our iPhone just to see if it works. We got Solitaire here. I might cry if this phone couldn't play Solitaire. I mean, like, it's Solitaire. But anyways, you can see it's working. I have no idea how to play Solitaire, but it's doing something. Hint. Ooh, yeah. I guess it doesn't matter what Android phone you get, but if it's Straight Talk, they're installing freaking Solitaire on your phone, man. Every time. Man. That's just the part that gets me, is they do it in secret, but whatever. All right, this phone is pretty solid if you can get past that extra bloatware that I guess is still installing now, but I'm really curious about this iPhone over here, so let me go ahead and pull this out. And again, this was delivered straight to my door, like good old quick delivery from Walmart. And as you can see, it is a pretty new iPhone. It's an iPhone 16e, I believe, and it's got this total wireless Straight Talk thing glued to the back here, which I'll go ahead and remove. And now this phone was a lot more expensive than the Samsung over here because of course this is a budget phone. This one right here is $300, but it's actually, you know, $100 cheaper than what you can find the exact same phone on eBay for, even if it is Straight Talk locked. So pretty solid deal. Let's go ahead and open this thing up though and see what's inside. And opening it up, we got a pretty standard Apple experience with our cable here and of course our phone. I've opened up a brand new 16e before and I believe this is the exact same experience. So no special like Walmart or track phone packaging here, but let's go ahead and turn it on and see what happens. And what I'm expecting, or actually I don't know what to expect. You know, on Android devices, especially cheap ones like this one and other, you know, blue phones, Motorola phones, whatever, you kind of come to expect bloatware. But on an iPhone, I wouldn't expect them to install tons of random apps, but since it is Straight Talk, maybe they do, but let's find out. All right, guys, I've got this thing set up lightning quick compared to that other Android phone here, but let's go ahead and boot it up and see what is on this thing. So at first glance, I see all the standard FaceTime, mail, news, maps. Also, it's on an old iOS version. It's not on the newest iOS 26, which is interesting. We'll check that out here in a second. And also, yeah, all the apps look like standard Apple apps. Yeah, I'm not seeing any bloatware, first of all. I don't even see like a Straight Talk app or anything, which is interesting. So let me hop straight into our settings here and see if we can see anything special going on here. So we'll hop under General, go to About, and you can see, of course, we're on 18.6.2, and the newest iOS version is 26. We might try to update, but not sure yet.
No! God, please, no!
We got 128 gigs built in here. We are SIM locked. If we click on that, it doesn't really tell us anything. It just says SIM lock. Okay. Yeah, other than that, it's looking just like a normal iPhone. Again, no bloatware or anything. I guess you can call some of this bloatware because it is Apple's, you know, their own bloatware, but I'd rather Apple's bloatware than hold on, let's pull this thing up and see what latest game they installed. Rather Apple's bloatware than Block Blast and Candy Crush Saga. I mean, come on, man, where are these coming from? And of course, I do want to do a speed test here, just kind of show you the difference in hardware between this iPhone here, this $300, and the $40 Samsung Galaxy phone. Of course, we saw about 200 down, 200 up on this phone, whereas on this phone, we're getting almost 500 down and 400 up. So really no surprise, much better network hardware in a $300 device versus the $40 one, but just wanted to run that just in case, and again, still no bloatware. Let's go ahead and just test out some other stuff here, and you know what? It's an iPhone 16e, it's going to work how you expect it. Let's go ahead and try to do the Straight Talk setup process on this thing though and see, how that works. Okay, so here I am on the iPhone itself signing up for Straight Talk, and you can see their different plans. They have Silver Unlimited for $45 a month, $55, $65, and $35. Okay, so the $35 one is interesting. They give you 10 gigs of data at high speed and then 2G, but it doesn't specify what high speed means. Is that 4G, 5G? What does that mean? Whereas the other ones do say 5G, and it says 5G ultra wideband, which is 4 times faster than 5G if you hit the right towers. And then also for 5G wideband on $65 one. I mean, let's do the cheap one, dude. Why not? Let's see what happens. Okay, guys, so still trying to sign up for this thing, and I'm stuck on this page that says enroll in autopay. I said no thanks, press continue, and it just won't do anything now. It's just stuck. But anyways, I wanted to mention that this other phone here, yeah, it's still going. As you can see, we now have Tile Explorer, Bubble Shooter, Temu, Chime, Monopoly Go, Firefox, Pinterest. It's gonna keep going, I guess. Man, what in the world? All right, guys, well, we finished signing up, I think, and there it is. An eSIM from TracFone is ready to set up. Go ahead and click that and see what it does now. Click Setup Cell, Set up eSIM. You know what? There we go. Easy peasy. Took about a minute, and we are done now. Now, I am curious about the speeds they're selling here, so let's turn off Wi-Fi and try to just connect a cell and just see what happens. It says 5G there, but I don't see any bars. We'll just go back and do another speed test here. Oh, you know what? Huh? Well, that's a turn of events. Could not activate cell data network. Use Wi-Fi to access data, but now it does show bars. What is happening? And now it is working. And here's a speed test. I say 28 down and 6 up is completely reasonable for $35 a month. So yeah, not bad at all. Okay, by the way, guys, back to our very first Galaxy phone. I did find in the notification bar, they actually have this mobile services manager thing now. And another thing to point out is the time. Why is the time incorrect? Is it connected to Wi-Fi? Anyways, that's besides the point. It did finally pop up with this mobile services manager set up complete thing. And now it tells me all about the apps it downloaded for me. Just great, man. I love it. I'm not surprised. I'm just disappointed. And guys, something to address here is that back in the day, you could buy a Straight Talk phone, use the service for 60 days, and then it would automatically unlock, and you could unlock the phone and use it on, like, Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, whatever. But they apparently changed the policy back on January 20th, 2026 to have 365 days of paid active service before unlocking. So to be completely honest, while both these phones are actually pretty solid for the price, I would recommend them. But if you want to buy these things to unlock them, like, yeah, you're looking at a year of coverage. So only buy these things if you actually want to use Straight Talk. But either way, pretty solid deal. But guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below what you think. And if you're surprised there's no extra Straight Talk bloatware on the iPhone, honestly, I was 50-50 on it. But anyways, thanks for watching.
Number 1! In the past, we've purchased all kinds of garbage from Walmart.com, like these iPads that were e-waste the moment they left the factory, or this brand new gaming PC that came with a used hard drive. But those were all from third-party sellers that are for some reason allowed to sell their garbage on Walmart's website. These two tablets here, on the other hand, are made by Walmart themselves. How much better will that make them? Let's open them up and find out. So as you can see, we clearly have two different sizes of tablet. I want to start with the smaller one here. Now this bad boy was only $60, so if it turns on and runs Android at all, I'm going to be kind of impressed. And hey, first impression, it looks kind of fancy. Look at this unboxing experience. It's kind of Apple-like. Enjoy gesture navigation. I will, thank you. Also, look at the size of the bezels on this thing. They're massive. Turning the thing on, haha. It's powered by Android Go Edition. They might as well say Android Slow Edition. Go Edition is the worst. Set up this tablet for your child. No. Oh my God, quiet. The tablet is very laggy right off the bat. Oh man. What is this menu thing? I swipe up from the middle of the screen and this pops up. Okay, here's our apps. What is mini games? This feels like bloatware, but I really have no idea. Yeah, 99 balls 3D. Let's try that. Okay, it's running a game on the browser. Oh my God, that was loud. Slide to shoot. Oh, okay. I see. Bam. Look at that. What just happened? Installed the Walmart app. I didn't tell it to do that. Take me back to gaming. No, I lost my high score. Ah! Oh, triple ballin'. This is a fun little game, I guess. You shoot balls out and you break things. It runs like garbage, though, and it's probably because it's in a web browser. Look at that ball go. We did so much work. All right, that's enough. We're having too much fun. So it looks like you get these mini games that take it to like a web browser thing, but that's not really bloatware. The only actual bloatware I see is it just pre-installing the Walmart app like that. It is a Walmart tablet, though. I guess that's not the end of the world. By the way, guys, I should mention that what's partly interesting about these tablets is that we didn't just buy these off of Walmart.com. We actually were able to pick these up at our local Walmart store. So there's a little bit of novelty to the device, knowing that you actually could just go pick this up right now without having to deal with Walmart.com. Also, the viewing angles on this screen, oh my gosh, that is horrific. But all right, I'm gonna try to touch the YouTube button, but I'm not actually gonna touch the screen. Like that. Oh, see, it actually like held it down. So I held it down long enough for it to pop up this menu. But all right, so far this thing's a little janky. I have to test the Wi-Fi speeds on this. I can't imagine they're gonna be very good. $60, ladies and gentlemen. What is this gonna get us? It took a while to connect, but it is going now. For some reason, it only ran a download test, but we're at 233, which is not too bad. 779 milliseconds of ping. That's pretty bad. We do have a camera on this bad boy. We actually have two of them. Let's go ahead and give this a shot. Oh, that's not ideal, guys. That's really not a quality camera at all. Usually I'd make fun of people taking photos with a tablet, but this thing is actually small enough, it's almost a phone. So you kind of expect a little bit of a better quality camera. All right, it actually has a face cam as well, so let's go ahead and give that a shot. It can't possibly be any worse, right? It's basically black and white. Like there's no color in the image, but the detail is surprisingly not terrible. All right, but the one thing you're actually gonna be doing on this tablet, I would imagine more than anything else, is watching YouTube. So let's go ahead and open the YouTube app and see what the experience is like. Update your app. All right, it's going real slow, but there it goes. Yep, cool. Smokin' fat silicons. Chances are you're stuck with a janky, slow, or just plain weird infotainment system that gets on your nerves more than it helps you. Speakers are not great. It's very tinny. All right, let's see. Does this thing go full screen? Half the time when we try out YouTube on these cheap devices, it just freaks out when you want to go full screen. Okay, that actually worked. This looks so bad. What resolution are we running at right now? 360p, that checks out. This YouTube app is maxing out at 1080p. We upload all our videos in 4K, by the way, so yeah, that's a skill issue by the tablet. I changed it to 1080p. Let's see if it skips around or has any issues with playback. It actually doesn't look too bad. It's playing back okay. The tablet's a little slow, but yeah, look at that. It can go full screen and get out of full screen. It's just fine. $60 for a tablet that you just want to use to watch YouTube. It looks terrible, sounds terrible, but it is technically functional. Better than I would have expected, to be honest. But let's see if we can install some apps on this. A lot of the time when you use Android Go Edition, your apps you might be looking for are not actually available for this specific model. Yep, looking for Stumble Guys, not gonna work on your device. That's tragic. I'm gonna install Subway Surfers instead, because despite being such an old and simple looking game, it can surprisingly be pretty demanding on cheap devices. All right, we got Subway Surfers installed. Okay, it's hitching a little bit, but the game looks pretty good. All right, I actually say that's completely fine for playing certain mobile games, if it's actually a mobile game that's on the device. On! There's a pun. Oh. All right, let's check out this device info app, see what's actually going on with this bad boy. A 1024 by 600 display. That is a sub 720p, by the way. That's bad. And you could tell, especially on a screen that's this size, yeah, everything looks pretty rough. We're on Android 14, apparently. Last security patch was in 2024. Is there an update available? Are they really selling brand new tablets with no security patch for a reasonable year? Oh, wait, what is this? In 4 days, your device will automatically, yeah, just install the updates. It says it's optimizing the device. This may take a while. Does that mean it's done? I don't know. The security patch still says 24, so I have no idea what's going on there. What's our battery situation looking like in this device? 3,200 milliamp hours. That is not a lot for the size of this device, but I don't know, it might be okay. It's a $60 device. I guess I can't complain that badly. Either way though, guys, I think it's time we move on to our big boy 11-inch Surf tablet. We paid a whole 150 buckaroos for this thing. That's right, like 2.5 times the price of the little guy. Does that mean it's 2.5 times more gooder? I somehow doubt it. All right, sliding it out of the box. Once again, not a bad unboxing experience at all. I like how they just sort of put the tablet on top here. Oh, what? How did that happen? And yeah, I mean, it really is just the same tablet, but bigger. Why is the camera like, can you guys see that? The camera looks like it's much larger, but the actual lens piece is almost the same size. That's a little concerning, but who knows? Let's go ahead and turn it on and see what it does. Oh my, I think this thing has an OLED screen. That looks real good. Also, this does not have Go Edition. It doesn't say it has Go Edition anyway. This is a massive upgrade. Maybe it really is 2.5 times more gooder. Ooh, maybe it's not an OLED. I'm seeing some light bleed on the side there. That doesn't look right. I don't know. It's a much better screen than this little thing, so it's making me think it's much nicer than it is. All right, we're all set up and ready to go. I will say the viewing angles on this tablet are much better than the last one. Like, look, I can actually kind of see even at this extreme angle. Right off the bat, it looks like we're installing an app. Installed 0 out of 1 applications. What do you guys think that application is? So far there, once again, is not any bloatware though. And when I pull up the app drawer, I actually don't see any other like apps to play games on the browser or anything. So if anything, this has less bloatware than the cheaper version. That's interesting. The screen looks really smooth too. Does this have like a greater than 60 hertz refresh rate? 90 hertz. Wow. 150 bucks get you a 90 hertz screen on a big old tablet like this? What a time to be alive. Oh, there it is. Our Walmart app is installed. Woo. Look, man, for bloatware, that's just not that bad. We'll take it. That's fine. Play the clip. The bloatware situation for cheap phones these days is horrific. Let's go ahead and open Chrome up and see what our Wi-Fi speeds are looking like. Maybe we'll actually get an upload speed this time. Download speeds look actually almost the same. For context, we have fiber internet, over 5 gigahertz. I'd expect like 400 to 500 on a decent phone. Yeah, see, here's my Pixel 9 Pro doing the same test, same network and everything. So yeah, not ideal on this tablet. Let's try YouTube. What's the YouTube experience gonna be like? Is it gonna ask us for an update? Yes. Are we sure this isn't running the Go Edition? Let's try playing that same video. Chances are you're stuck with a janky, slow, or just plain weird infotainment system that gets on your nerves more than it helps you. Hey, I gotta say, those speakers are not half bad. Oh wow, and it automatically is going up to 1080p, very nice. Ooh, it still does not support 4K though. Let's just kind of skip around and make sure performance is still good. Yeah, it's having no trouble at all. It can even go full screen and out of full screen. Not bad, not bad. Let's shout out the cameras. You guys think it's gonna be any better this time? I just somehow doubt it. Is that debatably worse than the last one? No. It's a tablet. I know no one takes photos, but still, 2.5 times the price? I don't know. I'll let you guys be the judge, but these are not as much of a difference as you would think. Hey, actually the front-facing camera is not bad though. You can really see the pores. Oh, what is this? System update almost done. Yeah, we'll restart to do an update. Why not? Maybe it'll give this tablet a security patch that's newer than like a year ago. All right, the device is rebooted. It has the update installed, I assume. Android version 14. Isn't it the same version as the other tablet? Maybe this was just the Go Edition? Yeah, I don't know. This one also says it's Android 14, so I don't know. That's kind of weird. Oh my, the security version is actually older on the big boy. That's extra not good. Okay, it's definitely not an Android Go Edition because I look for Stumble Guys and it actually shows up as an app that we can install. Ooh, in-game frame rate is not as good. Oh, that's real bad. Whee! Well, it actually kind of worked. No, I'm gonna make it. Yeah! I mean, the frame rate's not great, but hey, this can play Stumble Guys, and this cannot. That's easily worth 2.5 times the value in my eyes. All right, let's check out our hardware information here. Android 14, yeah, security patch still shows is November of 24. And what's our battery situation here? Capacity, 3,300 milliamp hours. What? That's only 100 more milliamp hours than the little guy. That makes no sense. You could fit a gigantic battery inside of this thing. It is pretty lightweight, so maybe that makes sense, but still, that's kind of insulting. What kind of display do we have here? 90 hertz? 1280 by 1840. That's a strange resolution. That's like better than 720p, not quite as good as 1080p, but it's not bad. 5 megapixel cameras on the front and back. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I guess we should be counting our blessings. The other one has 2 megapixel. Oh yeah, that's rough. Honestly, these On tablets, I don't know, they're not awful, but like everything else I've seen from this On brand, they are maybe the most completely average devices I've ever used. Bonus round. Typically, when you look at the back wall of your average grocery store, you'll see stuff like ATMs, water bottle dispensers, or maybe even an unplugged and unloved Redbox that's still there for some reason. But have you ever seen one of these things? It's a kiosk that supposedly can make you money for selling your old phones, and in this video, we'll see what that machine thinks of some of the strangest phones we've covered on the channel, including some ultra lockdown kids phones. So to start things off, we went to a Walmart location. If you didn't know, you can find these kiosks in some grocery stores, mostly Walmarts. Either way though, the first phone I wanted to start with here is a government phone. It's one of these Shock Volts. And by government phone, I just mean that this is the type of device that's given to people, sort of like a food stamps program to people that don't have a lot of income. And if you've never seen one of these Eco ATMs in action before, you basically just use the touchscreen, follow the prompts, you put a sticker on the back of the phone, and then the big old door opens up, you connect the charger they give you to the phone, and then the door closes and it starts analyzing the phone to see what it's worth. Now they have this feature here on the kiosk where they scan your phone and it shows like an actual image of it as it's analyzing everything to make sure it all works and stuff. It gives us an offer of $1. Now, I honestly think this is a pretty reasonable offer. The phone doesn't exactly work or anything. From here, you follow the prompts again. They actually want to scan your ID, which is a little sketchy, but you don't really have a choice if you want your dollar. Look at this, they even make you take a photo to compare it against your ID. Maybe it's all automated, but I also could believe that there's a real live person analyzing this picture and making sure that you are the person on your ID. But before we got our $1, we actually had one more phone we wanted to test out at this specific location. This is a quote-unquote folding phone that we bought from Walmart, actually. You also see here I'm fiddling with the buttons on the phone. This can be a little bit of a problem sometimes on different devices. Basically, you plug the cable into the phone, and then the kiosk will want to like talk to the phone to make sure that it can read some data off of it to know like what kind of device you're actually connecting. At least I think that's how that works. They don't really make it clear. But when it was finally done scanning our folding phone, we ran into a different type of issue that we've seen before. It thinks it's a Boost Mobile Solero 5G Plus, and hey, it wants to offer us $10. This is the kind of phone I think we picked up for like 30, so sure, that actually seems like a fairly reasonable value, although I don't know what happens if it got the wrong phone and then pays us. Let's find out. Let's see, will we get our money? And yeah, there it goes. We got $11 altogether, $10 for the Boost Mobile Solero 5G Plus, and $1 for our government phone. Now you'll notice for this next phone, we ended up going to a lot of different kiosks in this video. We just wanted to try a variety of them out. It's just something to note that sometimes you can get some really interesting and weird results depending on what kiosk you go to. And you'll see this is like a completely different design machine. This is the type that does not take tablets because it has a much smaller door. For the most part, the process is the same though. You know, you still select what phone you have. You throw it in the machine. The phone actually sits up vertically, which is interesting. The door closes. It takes a while to scan everything. Oh yeah, and I should mention which phone we're testing. This is a iPhone 16e. So it's a bit of a budget iPhone, but they still sell for a decent amount. It goes for like $250 to $300 depending on condition and carrier. Now here's something interesting. When it was scanning the device, we noticed that it had like a weird spot on the screen that was not on the actual phone. I have no idea what that is. And then when it scanned the back of the phone, it was at like a 45-degree angle. Like what's going on there? And let's see, the final offer is... ooh, $85. Now, that's a pretty high amount for an Eco ATM to offer for any phone, but like I said, that's like a third the value of what these are selling for used on eBay right now. Oh, you gotta love this. You know you have a phone that the kiosk actually is interested in when you hit the no thanks button and it offers you more money. But up next is one of the goofier phones we have sitting around the office. This is like a video game console slash phone. I honestly don't remember what we paid for this and what I'm even looking to get out of it, but it's one of those devices where I'm just curious what the machine's even gonna think about it. Now here's something interesting we noticed about the white kiosks. We selected that this device needed a micro USB charger, but then when the doors actually open up, you'll see it just doesn't provide one, so I don't think these kiosks have micro USB. Oh, you can see when it's scanning the device, that's got some weird extra bits scanned of the phone. That's strange. Oh, and the back is even worse. It's at a weird angle, and it's got all these other parts of like the tray in there. What is happening? Either way, when it finally scanned the phone, you can see it thought it was a, what is that? Z-Pad Android All-Winner A13 tab. As in a tablet? They want to pay $1 for this. Look, this is a weird phone, but I think it's worth a little more than $1. Also, that's not the right device at all. Regardless, the next phone we wanted to try out is a very interesting one. This thing is basically pitched as a free phone because you pay like 30 bucks for it, and then as you use the phone, it overwhelms you with ads, makes you watch a bunch of like videos and stuff like that. Over time, you'll earn like a couple cents every hour, maybe over like 6 months or something. You could build up to 30 bucks off, making the phone kind of free. So hey, maybe there's a little something here, you know? You buy the phone, you pay it off by using it, and then when you're done with it, you sell it to EcoATM. Let's see what they offer for it though. Now this is one of those phones where I noticed that it had a little bit of a strangeness when I plugged it into the kiosk. You can see some tiny little thing pop up in the center of the screen. Is that the Mode Earn phone like infecting the kiosk with its malware? Either way, after scanning the phone for a little while, it gave us this message. This looks like an object, which I don't accept right now. What do you mean object? It's just a phone. And then when I hit like give me the phone back, it just took forever for it to open up. It's got these red lights. I thought I either broke the machine or it was like considering stealing the phone from us. I wasn't really sure. When it did give the phone back though, I tried again. I messed around with some USB settings like I mentioned before. Sometimes you gotta do that. And this time it actually seemed to like the device more. And it thinks it's a Moxie M2307, which I think might be accurate. Maybe that's like what the Mode phone is like based off of. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Either way though, they only want to offer $1, so I think that whole plan of like getting the free phone and making money off of it, I'm not so certain that's worth the time investment, to be honest. Up next, we wanted to try the ZTE phone, which is an interesting phone brand because they're banned in the United States. You actually can't buy these phones anymore. And if you have one of these phones and want to sell it, it can be a pain to deal with because you try to sell one on eBay, they won't let you. So once again, maybe instead of recycling the phone, this could be a good way to at least make a little something off the device. And after a while scanning, there it is, ZTE Aspect. I believe that's correct. And hey, like I said, you can't really make any money off these anywhere else, so sure, we'll take $1 for this device. Now next up, we decided to move on to some of the kids' phones that we had sitting around the office. Kind of like the other phones I talked about, these are more devices that are just like, we can't really sell them. You know, they're tied down to a specific, if you want to call it a carrier. More importantly, they're like tied to your personal account that you create with TrueMe, Pinwheel, Bark, whoever you're using. So factory resetting them can be a pain, and yeah, I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do with these when you're not using them anymore. But maybe the EcoATM will like them? Let's go ahead and find out. Oh, also, it's important to note that these phones are usually really locked down. Like, you can't even use Android Auto with them. And a lot of the time, you try to even just like plug them into a PC. They won't allow like USB transfer and stuff. And like we talked about, that can be important for the EcoATM kiosk. So there's a solid chance that the machine just doesn't like it at all. Oh, never mind. They're gonna give us 20 bucks for it. Now, we paid quite a bit more than that for this phone, but wait, what's going on here? Samsung Galaxy A15 4G and 5G. Now looking into it, that is the correct phone for what this phone is actually based on. But regardless, it's just interesting that they don't seem to notice that it's a different type of Samsung or has anything different about it at all. They're just gonna straight up pay 20 bucks for it. Next up, we went over to a different Harris Teeter kiosk. This one is a Bark phone. And like I said before, all these companies, they do like different things with their devices, so it's kind of hard to say what exactly is gonna happen. Once again though, the process was fairly simple, although you can see in the scan, we once again have one of those weird dots in the center of the screen. Still have no idea what that is. But this one came up as a Samsung Galaxy A16, not a 15, and they want $22 whole for it. Wow. Now, I don't really want to sell all of our kids' phones. It's really just interesting to see what the kiosk thinks of them. So I went ahead and passed on this one, and really now that I think about it, every time I accept one of the phones, I really should be hitting no thanks. Maybe they give me a higher offer. It's a little pro tip for you. Now up next, this is a little bit of a different kind of kid's phone. It's really more of a toy than anything, but it is kind of funny looking. I did have a little bit of trouble. So this thing, it doesn't run Android. So obviously I hit other Android, but also like it tells you to remove the case. I was able to get the outside part off, but then I had this like lanyard piece that just, I could not get off for the life of me. And while I was fiddling with that and trying to get the device to scan into the kiosk, this random guy just like came up behind us and said this.
What are you doing?
We're testing out a variety of just these random phones we have sitting around, seeing what they offer, what this thing offers for them.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I used to buy,
They had a couple on the mall, and I used to buy phones off of people that were selling them to the machine.
Now, the kiosk started talking over him a little bit, so you can't hear him as well. What he started to describe is like that he used to take shells of iPhones, put a little weight inside of them to trick the kiosk into thinking it was a real iPhone. And apparently he got away with this somehow. Like, all right, man. I remind you, he's saying this in front of the kiosk that has like a bajillion cameras on it. So that's a great idea.
Track of your device.
Go ahead and
I sold too many phones to them. hundreds of times.
So between him saying that his ID is banned to straight up scamming the device, it's like, this man is insane. I don't know what he's doing. This is the reason why we can't have nice things, if I'm being honest. Anyway, the whole time we're talking to this guy, you can see I'm fiddling with the Dino phone. The kiosk does not like it. It does not like the lanyard. It can't figure out what kind of phone it is. Anyway, that was a strange encounter. We decided for obvious reasons to move on to another location after we were done with that phone. And up next is a pretty exciting one. This is the Pinwheel phone. This is another kid's phone. And now we noticed some strange things with the last few devices, but this was extra weird. First of all, we got this notification. I didn't detect anything in my test compartment. Is it about to steal our phone from us? But then right as we were about to like reach down and grab the phone, this little like thing popped up. What is that? Replay the clip.
What?
Oh my goodness. Is this like the whole testing software that the kiosk uses to like analyze your phone? Has anybody ever seen this? What did the Pinwheel phone do to this kiosk? What is going on? And by the way, we were still sitting there for like 3 more minutes after this, like waiting for the kiosk to give our phone back. No idea what was happening there. Eventually the door did open up. Either way, eventually it started to cooperate. It scanned the phone like usual. And then it finally gave us an offer of $11. It's also apparently a blue G63. Now, the box I have, it says that this is supposed to be a G65L. I don't know what the difference is, to be honest, but $11, that's really not a great offer. I decided to pass on this one. All right, up next was the final kid's phone I had to test today. This is the TrueMe phone. And same process as usual, had to do some weird finagling to get it to work with the device. Eventually though, it did pop up as a Samsung Galaxy A16 5G, and they once again wanted $20. Also, why is it $20 for this one, but then $22 for the last A16, but then $20 for an A15? Like, where's the consistency here? What's going on? All right, next up guys, I had a strange device. This is a phone we covered recently. This is basically an iPhone knockoff that's supposed to make you think it's like an iPhone 17 Pro, but it's also like really small. In reality, it runs Android 8.1. Yes, this is a phone you can buy right now. It's on that old of an Android version. If you didn't know, we're on like 16. And as usual, I'm just curious to see what the kiosk thinks of this. In the past, we've tried phones like this before, and usually they pop up as like a fake iPhone, whatever. But maybe instead of making offers, the kiosk has gotten a little smarter because we got this message that popped up. We saw this before. This looks like an object which I don't accept right now. So yeah, maybe they've started recognizing that they don't really want these like quote unquote fake iPhones. Now, I wanted to try something a little different next. I have this tablet here. It's an ON tablet. If you didn't know, ON is Walmart's personal brand for making electronics. And at this point, we're actually at a Walmart, so I thought it'd be fitting to sell the Walmart tablet to the Walmart Eco ATM. It just made sense, you know? However, if you notice, this is one of those white kiosks, and as I mentioned before, these don't take tablets. And in case you were curious, if you do try to sell a tablet to one of these locations, you get this message on screen. Well, that's okay. We had one more location we could go to that we knew had one of the big kiosks. This is the first kiosk we ever actually tested out on the channel, and it's also the exact Walmart location where we picked up this ON tablet in person. So yeah, it's full circle, isn't it? Unfortunately, this one, it was just not cooperating with the machine. It kept like telling me to unplug the device, but then would try to offer $1 for a completely functional tablet. Like, what is going on? Look at this, it doesn't power on. What do you mean it doesn't power on? You didn't check. And yeah, pretty much no matter what we did, the jank continued and it just would not give us a reasonable offer for the tablet. So yeah, guys, overall, we made about 32 bucks cash. Amazing. I don't really know if that is amazing for the amount of devices we sold, to be honest. But make sure to let me know down in the comments what you thought of the kiosks. All right, guys, so now that you've seen all the videos, do you agree with me that Walmart.com, it's basically just another Temu or AliExpress? Let me know down in the comments and make sure to click right here if you want another really long video to enjoy.